Hello, and welcome along to episode 7 of Mark for Deletion. Who wants to do a recap?
I mean, the last session was called.
It was mine. It was mine, but I have such shitty notes because I was like so engrossed in the session.
Oh, good answer. Good answer.
I love that. Okay.
It really is. Like I have like almost nothing written down. Literally.
All right.
And James never posted the YouTube vlog.
What?
Wow. That's also why I don't have any notes.
I couldn't even do my midweek watch.
That can't be true. I never posted the YouTube VOD.
No.
The person to
How did
blame
that
was
happen?
right in front of us the whole time.
How did that happen?
The last episode was episode 5.
But how did that happen?
Last episode was episode 6.
I mean, it should have been episode 6,
I
but
get
the one posted on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
All right,
I
okay,
think
so
I can try.
let me tell you where it starts, and we can go from there.
Yeah, just tell me where we started.
I mean, we can all chip in. We can all chip in. I think.
Well,
I
shit
think
the
that
bed.
if we all did it,
I never cut it,
I
never
love
highlighted
that.
it, never nothing. All right.
Teamwork.
I don't know what happened to last week. Anyway,
All right. Let's
so
start over.
we ended session 5, began session 6, with the early morning, right?
Correct.
So
Everyone was having breakfast.
Well, technically, you were a little past breakfast, but Brozzig had just had some training with L. And then session 6, last week began with breakfast.
Correct.
Everybody will chip in.
Okay. So, I don't remember the specific chronology of these things, but Oleg went to the workshop / lab where he met up with, I just need to look at these names. Aaliyah, who she
On too soon.
was all about what I don't remember her specific artificer. Like, I think she showed you what she had a little guy, right? Like a little robot guy.
She had a robot. She had a big robot dude with 4 legs. His name was Scoot.
Yes.
And she was working on him and asked Oleg for a little bit of help.
Yes.
And
so cute.
whilst repairing Scoot, Alia introduced him to his newfangled glove, his power glove, his gadget glove. Sorry, we called it a power glove because it resembled such. And taught him a couple of tricks with it. Showed him that there were some crystals embedded into it that could do a little bit of magic. And most importantly, learn Mage Hand, I think.
Yeah.
To, like,
You learned a
help
few
him
things from
learn
that,
Mage
I
Hand,
think.
Yeah,
Well, Mage Hand is the
certainly.
one thing that wasn't from the gadget glove, right? And then from the gadget glove, you learned
Like Featherfall.
Featherfall,
Fairyfall.
Detect magic.
detect magic, and adrenaline.
Yeah, there was also another cantrip, right? Spark.
Yes, Spark.
Ooh,
Spark.
very cool. Yeah, and she also mentioned a crystal mine.
Correct.
Looking for more of these things that we could maybe help her out with. And then you also met, who was the one who took you to the cars? Was that Goron?
Goron, yeah, it was Goron.
Yes, Goron the dwarf asked Oleg for help with one of the transports, like one of the doors was jammed, and he solved that pretty efficiently, and I think offered to teach Oleg a little more about, what did he have? He had like a suit? Armor, yeah.
Like Iron Man.
Yeah, so I don't remember if any of these in particular caught Oleg's interest, but I think that's what he was up to.
All of it, I think, is
All a little bit.
Taking it all in.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vulgo was down training some more.
Yeah, with Newton.
With Newton, the
practicing their spell singing.
Inept wizard, who was just missing horribly. One day he'll gain some confidence. He asked Vulgo for some training, some tips. And Vulgo did okay, but Newton was just flopping. So he wanted to go to a wizard's tower, like just outside of town, which sounded interesting to Vulgo as well. He thought maybe,
just to correct you, it's like a 2-day round trip from town with like a proper car to get you there. So it's quite a long way out of town.
Yeah. And we'll be going
so
there
it's
immediately, right?
It's like a full 18-hour drive.
That's where we're going now, immediately.
Yeah, sure. If the episode is going to end, I'm being called out for not having it prepped.
So
Okay, I've got it prepped, but it's prepped for level 9, so you can go, but you just fucking die. So
I almost died to a rat. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, exactly. And let me scale it down.
Vulgo checked in with Mikayla and was like, "Sure, go there if you want. It's like, whatever. There might be something cool." But
There was a definite theme of Vulgo running away from conversations last week.
yes,
Yes.
just kind of sprinted away from all that. Paisley went to the game room after breakfast, was where she ran into Dylan, Baxter, Bex, who were having like an argument. Oh, and also Kaylee was there.
Yeah.
But Baxter and Bex were arguing over the job that or the jobs that both of them were trying to do, I believe. Baxter was going to hunt a beast for Kronks, and Bex needed to get some documents or journals, something from
Some
this
books out the
medical
library, yeah.
yeah, books from this medical university, but she has a look that people are suspicious of her and turn her away. So she said that, you know, Paisley kind of looks like a nobody. She could walk right in. And yeah, so I said I would look into that. Meanwhile, Paisley played some games with Kaylee and did all right, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Brozzig was...
Well, Baxter wanted you to go kill a Quilzok for
Yes, that
Kronks.
did happen.
That was part of that as well.
Yes. Which we just might do at some point. And then Brozzig was speaking with one of the dwarfs.
Kogan, I think.
Kogan.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling you kind of about, like, money, kind of like high-level stuff that Collusion gets up to that is way above our level. I don't remember the exact specifics. Something about moving money around.
Yeah, some sort of financial fraud they were perpetrating. That
basically, yeah, something that
figure
we are too small time to get involved with. I think
struggling to move money itself. Yes, with some specifics.
So I think then we all met up once more and just kind of talked about what we might want to do, who we might want to help out. And Vulgo was very interested in this wizard tower. Paisley wanted to help Kronks and Baxter hunting this monster. And
I think
what else
it was
there?
important to note that Aisha is apparently like the person who like says what goes. I think that was sort of
specifically she's your shepherd. Yes, your sponsor is the right word.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we need her to go with us if we're going to do any of these things, which is probably for the best.
And she is currently mourning the anniversary of her mother's death.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we have to wait. Wait a day before we can do anything.
Yeah, and that reminds me, we also met up with her brother again.
Agalon told Brozzig he also dumped his emotional baggage onto Brozzig.
Brozzig has this face that people just want to trust him.
He's going off with Nagla's crew to go do something pretty bad in Perdition to steal something.
Yes.
Because he needs money to help his dad, who's dying.
That's correct.
We're like, that sounds tough. I mean, Godspeed. And then there was, at this lunch, Lex showed up. Is that her name? Yes.
Yes.
Vulgo's mostly robotic friend. She has like a human head, right? And the rest of her is a robot? Is that correct?
KD's description is that she's just a friend.
It's relevant that she's part machine.
Yes.
Would you call Paisley Vulgo's mostly organic friend?
I would call her Vulgo's goblin friend. You know? Her roboticism is relevant because she wanted to go check out the basically where she was made / born. This lab.
Yeah.
That is like not too far out of our way, so we said we could help her out with that as well.
It also became very apparent in the canteen that she's kind of ostracized a bit, and people talk about her.
Yeah, and
I think we learned of how she came to the collusion. Although I don't actually quite remember this.
She doesn't have memories.
Aisha found her in perdition.
Correct.
Yeah, she doesn't remember.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong person. It's Eliana who found her in perdition and saved her.
Oh,
okay.
Like 3 different ones written down.
Yeah, that's okay.
But classic robots backstory.
Yeah.
Exactly. Eliana caught her, basically stepping in where she shouldn't have stepped in, being a goody two-shoes, and about to get herself in a severe amount of trouble. Lessons for Vulgo to learn. So, yes, that happened. Cool. Great recap. Excellent work. Nice bit of teamwork going on today. I like that.
Yeah, teamwork.
I really didn't think much happened last episode when Jamal said to me, so what happened last episode? I didn't get a chance to watch it. I said, they got given some side quests and mulled around the Collusion base a bit. That was it. That was all I said.
Fast understatement.
That is what we did.
And you guys turned it into a solid 15-minute recap, so good job. Okay. You were told that you could spend the day off popping to the library to try and seize those, or more specifically, the medical university area of the library. So the libraries are a huge collective group of buildings in the district of James. Can't do this with that map open. I know it's District 7, if that's any help. Yes, 7. Which is literally called Sector 7. Okay, fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
So it's in Sector 7, on the border of Sector 7 and Mulside. You could get a monorail part of the way and then a monorail a different part of the way, but names. Who wants you to go there? Bex? Yes, Bex. Bex will mention to you that trips to the library, if you're willing to pick up some stuff for Eliana, she might let you take a Helix transport there.
That sounds pretty luxurious, right? Would you think any of us would have been in one of those before?
I just worked on one. It is quite magnificent, if I must say.
And it would be driven by somebody at Collusion. It wouldn't be a higher one. It would be... Because when as you just mentioned, Oleg got to actually work on some within. So you could ask Eliana. She might be willing, as long as you collect some stuff for her.
Yeah, we should live it up for once.
I mean, it's always good to do favor for, boss lady.
That's true, the big boss. We should get good with her.
It would also be nice to see one in flight. It would be amazing.
Right.
I think if we're trying to blend in at this library, I think Brozzig is going to put on his janitor custodian outfit again.
I love that.
And take off the fancy Collusion jacket, because the whole point is trying to be normal.
Oh, you're gonna try and sneak in then and pretend you're working there?
Not sneak, but I
or
think
you're gonna go up to the desk all official and we're looking to get some texts from.
Oh, it's probably something we should talk about. Figure out
what
we want.
It was that you guys talk about this question. It wasn't just Brozzig, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, I think just
does Bex tell us exactly what she wants?
That's a good
yes,
question.
Bex will give you a list
of
these texts
11
illicit?
texts.
No.
Oh my goodness. Will I have to sign up for a library card?
No. You will... Well, yes, you will have to sign up for a library card. Yes. No, they're not illicit.
Okay.
Are there late fees?
Great question.
Your lights.
Oh no.
No, not really. But yes, they are pretty important.
I feel like Vulgo has a library card already.
Not for the collective libraries. This is super expensive, super posh. None of you have ever been near them.
Mine's the local community center library.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It probably doesn't exist anymore.
So you've got Maddox's medical details. You've got the handbook of practicing principles. There is a deep study into the anatomy of the heart and lungs.
Wow.
There is changing the skeleton, exoskeletons, how they affect medicine.
What does she want this stuff for?
She's doctor. She's the Collusion
Well,
healer.
never mind.
She's the Collusion healer. She
Answered.
was an apprentice to a very, very old woman who used to do a lot of healing. But she died about 6 months ago. And since then, Bex is desperately been trying to catch up her medical learning to be the foremost medical person on site who does actual doctoring as opposed to magical healing. Because you need to do a lot of that, especially with malfunctioning implants, cybernetic implants malfunctioning. So lots of things are on those sorts of books. But yeah, they're all highly complicated texts. That being said, they'll be gettable with a library card.
So she's sending us in not to steal the books, just to take books out of the library.
So basically, yeah, what she said is
totally different mission than what I thought we were doing.
So no. The reason why they won't let her in is because she looks like a punk, basically.
She always gets bounced.
She looks like a rebel. She looks like somebody who's going to cause trouble. They don't possibly believe that she actually wants to just get medical texts out. So she
Why doesn't she just
normal,
get new clothes?
Because you can't change the fact that she's got
tattoos
in her arm that say like "Bring 'em hell," and she's got this huge.
We're more normal
multicolored hair.
Well, can't you magically change the way you look?
Not when you've got like zips in your head and everything. Like she's a lot going on. Not only that, but she's got sort of machinery involved with her that they believe would be able to scan and steal texts. They just look really poorly upon her. Unfortunately, Paisley failed her insight check at the time, so you're not really sure whether there's any other reasoning behind her asking someone else.
No, this.
But yeah, she's just asking some normal-looking people to turn up at the desk, sign up for a library card, and get these texts out.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not signing up in my name. I don't want the late fees.
Right. I look at Oleg.
I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit.
Okay, good.
Are you gonna dress up in your engineer gear?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
I mean,
wear
like,
the
no,
very posh coat
I
that you were
like
given by the genie?
that.
Sorry, the very posh
Coat that you were given by the genie, the sad genie.
What does the coat look like again?
It's like a 3/4 trench coat, but sort of posh Oxford style, like duffel almost, not leather.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll probably try to dress up a little bit. Maybe I'll
really play the part.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find an image of the sort of thing you might have been given. Yeah, I suppose that's not too bad. Oh, we'll do that. So they're a little like this, but you know, like the proper businessy suits. Business like coats that go over suits. It's not quite that unposh.
Yeah.
But,
That's a pea coat.
Sure,
Ooh,
yes,
I
yeah.
love
Pea coat is about right. Yeah.
Vulgo's not taking his off since he got it.
Yeah, I know that's cool.
Luxurious. Absolutely, I'm wearing mine too.
Yeah,
Right.
a pea coat but longer, right?
Yeah.
A pea coat but knee length. Effectively.
Yeah, everyone
very
wears
posh,
dusters in the future.
You got it.
The Matrix.
Or
Okay.
tailcoats, or like there is a lot of that very traditional wear in the high posh areas.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
And I'll sort of like take my my new goggles, and I assume that they look more like like safety glasses than goggles, and I'll like shade them out so that they look like sunglasses and look super cool and mysterious.
Wow.
I think they look like, is it
Badass.
I think Brozzig comes out in his janitor outfit and sees you all wearing your fancy coats, and he's like, "Wait, what do we?" Oh, different kind of mission. Oh.
We changed
could be our
the plan.
driver.
We changed the plan.
I'll change
I
the
don't
plan.
think we need to infiltrate.
I'll go change.
Yes.
Right.
We're going to two very different events.
You could either have them look a little like that, like Hetties, or you could have them look a little like Shifts. And Shifts are looking a bit more like sort of aviators, if you like.
Ooh, I like shifts.
Whoa,
Yeah,
he
okay.
looks cool.
Just not with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crack in it.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes, no crack in mine, please. How did you see that, Josh?
I'm a stickler for details.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, cool. Fantastic. Are you gonna approach Eliana, or what's the plan?
Oh yeah, let's talk to her. Hi,
I meant to have a chat with you guys beforehand, but I totally forgot, and I'll have to have it on the break.
You sure did.
Yeah, I don't know. That's no alarm just screwed me over. I slept through the beginning of the session, basically. Cool. So you can find her. It's not that all that long since she told Oleg off for messing with shit he didn't understand. With the time warp thing that we sort of neglected to mention, like we put it in.
Yes. Oh yes.
Portal in his hand. Anyway, you can find her post breakfast, probably up in the Collusion offices. Where have I? Are they in Tetris? Yeah, they're in Tetris. I see. Okay. So yeah, you can head up to operations, if you will, where you'll find her striding about, sort of pacing and yelling. Not yelling, but like kind of quite firm, quite stern sounding. Well, what do you think you were doing at Fort? Yeah, you sort of walk in on this. Not argument, but
Oleg sort of flinches. He's like,
you get the impression she's giving him a dressing down.
Yeah, who's in trouble?
Ford. It's Ford she's talking to.
Ah, wow. I thought they were like, the same level of boss.
You thought they were Mama and Papa? Mm-hmm.
Go away. Go away. Sorry, that was Coco trying to scare Ginger.
You protect Ginger.
She was just trying to bother.
Ginger needs it. Yeah, no, Mama is definitely giving Papa a dressing down right now.
Oh, shit.
Well, this is so awkward. I would not interrupt this conversation. I'd wait till she walks away from him.
Okay, so Ford sort of nods towards you. And then after she's still going, sort of, you put somebody at risk. What could you didn't think about what could have gone wrong. You always put the needs of the Collusion before the lives of other. And he sort of yet again sort of nods over, and she's like, before the lives of other people. You know exactly how important it is. Why are you waiting? And she sort of turns around and, oh, hello. Hi, come on in. I was just explaining to Ford here how lack of risk assessment can result in death for various members of the Collusion, how lives of the Collusion need to be put first, and how people need to learn to be careful. And at this point, she's just staring straight at Oleg. You can tell she's just taken the lecture that she was giving to him, and she just continued it on you. She's obviously having a bit of a day. And then she said,
noted, ma'am.
After rambling for a minute or two, she said, well, what do you want anyway?
I'll
speaking
kick Paisley
of...
forward, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the needs of the Collusion before all others, we are going to help out Bex, actually. She's looking for some medical...
Oh, no, I'm not sponsoring her any more journals. Okay,
what?
Yes. Sorry, go on, carry on.
No, so we're just going to pick up some books for her. That's all. We heard maybe you
you're going to the library? Oh, can you do me a huge favor? Oh, Paisley.
Absolutely.
You have made my day. I'd like you to pick up a couple of books for me. They're on a more personal nature. So if you wouldn't mind, just these 4 here. And she writes them down on a piece of paper and hands them over to you. Paisley. The first is The Art of the Coffee Bean. The second is A Growing Coffee Indoors.
Oh, wow.
Third is Enhanced Harvests. Speeding up your plant growth. And the final one is Barista for Dummies.
Wow.
She has absolutely had enough of the coffee that's being served here. She has been dealing with it for like 800 years. She's finally decided she's going to grow it and make it herself. She puts it on a piece of paper and hands it over to you, expecting you not to read them out loud or anything.
No, I glance.
Get me those, I'd really appreciate it.
Totally.
And Beck sent you to me because you want to write.
Well, we heard maybe.
It is quite a lot of books now that we are collecting. We may not be able to carry them all, by ourselves.
Spare me the sweet talk, Brozzig. It just so happens that I do need a delivery collect from Sector 7, and of course Bex knows that. She was involved in the ordering. You'll be sharing the ride back with a... Wow, that was aggressive.
Did you see that?
She did a leap meow.
That wasn't a meow. That looked like a hiss.
It was a roar, right?
It was a hiss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Ginger,
Left forward.
Ginger's sitting here and she just ran up and hissed just to be a jerk. I'm gonna kick her out
Sorry,
soon.
I'm so distracted. She says, so long as you don't mind sharing your journey back with a live subject.
Oh.
Subject.
What does that mean?
So occasionally Bex offers her services to people who can't necessarily afford proper medical treatment in exchange for the fact that they understand she is studying. I'm not sponsoring any more full live trials like before, which is what I was about to scream at you, Paisley, before you so kindly offered to collect me some library books.
Right.
But yes, she will need her most recent subject picking up from Sector 7. And then she sort of looks over at Ford and make yourself useful. Commission Oscarin to drive these lovely people. Sector 7 and back.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, that'll be just fine. Thank you very much.
Eliana, why do you say subject and not, patient?
Because most of what Rex does will be medically studying the subject.
Experimental?
And this live subject
What?
is okay with this? They signed up for this?
Yeah, definitely signed up for it.
Willingly?
Under duress.
Let's just say that without Bex's offers, they're a lost cause.
Desperation.
They might be in a situation where consent is not something they are aware of.
What does that mean?
I think this particular subject is possessed by a ghost.
Oh, cool.
Oh, no.
So the ghost consented. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
I most highly doubt that. But there is a medical side to being possessed by a ghost. She informs me that sometimes the implants work on behalf of the person prior to the possession, and therefore some of them go out of whack. And, I don't know. She's looking at doing a mental healing, as well as hopefully
Exercising?
Expelling?
Thank you.
The demon.
I'm just trying to say expulsing, and expulsing is just not a word.
Expelling.
Yes.
Expelliarmus.
Yes. Expelling the ghost.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Isn't there a risk that if she gets rid of the ghost whilst the person is here, that the ghost will just possess someone else here?
Vulgo,
That's a
I
good point,
appreciate your worries, but frankly, they've got absolutely nothing to do with me. Any concerns? Bring them up with either the patient or with Bex.
You won't be saying that when you're possessed.
I
doubt
find
they could
that
possess
highly
her.
unlikely.
I don't.
She sort of smiled at you with her 2,700 years of old elven, slightly. I could have been your patron eyes. But it doesn't get going.
So true.
Maybe if your subclass was cooler, lady.
I didn't write it. Get out.
Really.
Yeah. And she will send you towards the vehicle hall, which is a pretty cool place. It's just loads and loads of different cars on the ground. There's different Helix transport at the second level. There's some cool, you can see Kronks working on the ATV, getting it set up with some big spotlights. He's getting it ready for hunting. He's really quite excited about it.
Cool.
This is the first time you'll ever see two Kronkses in one place. There are two of them working together.
God.
One of them currently has taken his arm off and has put it in place to jack the car. And the other one is underneath working on something.
Which one's the real one?
All of them.
Oh, that's way too
What if-
philosophical.
What if the not real one kills the real one and then pretends to be the real one?
Now you're asking the right questions.
What?
This is why I was interested in you. Always asking the right questions. If one of me kills another me, then there's just one less me. That's how it goes.
Too bad you.
If your
broke
left
heart.
arm cuts your right arm off, how many? You're just left with one less arm. You're still Vulgo, no?
Hi, Krunks.
Looking forward to the trip out tomorrow. They tell you you're forgiven and loved.
It's kind of hard to grasp that concept in this place.
I totally get that. That's all right. Well,
Are both of the Kronks speaking? Are they taking turns? Are they
no,
speaking in
only
unison? I'm very curious.
Only
about
the one
this.
whose arm is currently jacking up the machine.
Wow.
The other one is underneath and is working on something.
So I'm gonna stoop down and try to talk to the one that's underneath and say, so if I talk to you, does the one out there hear it also?
Oh god, that's so rude.
And what he does is he removes his head and he bowls it out from under the car. And the other Kronks picks it up and takes his own head off and holds one in each hand. And then they both speak simultaneously at you saying, it's all a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of.
Well.
They're speaking in unison.
He starts juggling the two heads, and a little he turns away from you, and a mouth appears on his back, and starts speaking to you. And he just says, "It's all one Kronks, lady. It's all one Kronks. Just different body parts. Different body parts."
Okay, yeah. Let me think of it that
way.
way.
Here, do you want one? And he turns around and he chucks
Yes.
Paisley a head.
I want the Kronks head.
Yes, okay. And
I'll go look at Vulgo and be like, "You gave up this man as your bait."
as it's traveling towards you, Paisley, it sort of lets out a little scream as it flies and it arrives. And then it looks up at you and, "What's up, lady?"
Wow. Cool.
Come on, chuck me back. That was fun.
Oh, I can't keep this? Okay.
No, that's my head.
Okay, I throw it back.
You want to leave the one I'm working under the car with no head? How's he going to think?
Should I sit this down here?
Just roll it along.
Okay, I'll just bowl his head back under the car.
He purposely goes, all the way over until he lands underneath. Then he sort of grabs it. You see your hand just shoot out, grab the head, stick it back on.
Wow.
Anyway, you guys have fun. Oscar's waiting for you in aisle 6.
Thanks.
The aisles are actually sort of they look like long strips of road with a portal in front. Much like this. On the screen. And yeah.
Okay. Who do you say is waiting for us? Do you say Oscar?
Oskren is his name.
Oskren.
Yeah.
I don't think we've met him.
You haven't, and frankly, he's not interesting.
Alright.
He's like the woman in operations. He's just a member of staff. Gives you a little nod. He's wearing a nice little suit. And he has driving gloves on.
Wow.
And he's sort of hey there. You ready? Step on in. And
is it the same Helix transport that Oleg was working on?
You were working on a car, not a Helix car. Yeah, the Helix car is a little higher up, sort of in terms of level. But he's slowed it down from the second level to the ground level. It's hovering slightly above the ground. It's silver and white, and one side door opens, and you see a fairly spacious. Looks a bit like a lounge area, to be honest. Just imagine a very large elevator with a couple of couches. Maybe a table to put things on.
Wow.
There's a fridge in the corner. And he's sort of
luxury.
Alright, in you get.
You know where we're going? You have directions? You have address?
Yes.
Great.
I don't need an address. You've got a library. It's pretty hard to miss. You never seen him?
No. Never been to Sector 7
Great.
before.
Take you over. Okay, you can see them from Sector 6 as well, over
Never
on
been
Mole
to
side.
Sector 6 before.
Cool, you'll enjoy this.
Are we dressed appropriately?
Probably not.
Appropriately?
You'll do.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't keep up with fashion. In fact, I only leave here when somebody needs a bride. Kind of boring, if I'm honest. Anyway, let's head. Let's head. And when you are all in,
There's more to you, Oscar. I know this.
He takes you into the portal. And he says,
what's your story?
"I'm not a handout NPC. I'm just here to drive."
Okay.
Do you have any emotional baggage you would like to tell Brozzig on the ride here? 'Cause everybody else has.
Everybody keeps telling me there must be more to my life, and frankly, there just isn't. I don't even know
will
what I
talk
look
later.
like.
We will
I
talk later.
respect that so much, Oscar. We're like kindred spirits.
Yeah, don't worry. No, you're the main character. I promise you. You'll find out one day. But he takes you into this portal, and the whole ride sort of turns upside down, but you don't notice at all. It's like, an anti-gravity thing. You're just happily chilling. But you will see that you sort of drop out of the sky outside, quite high up out of a portal in the sky. And when you look down, you're looking down over a large slice of Tetris.
Wow.
Nope, not that. That.
Nope.
Off we go. Yeah, okay. You're flying at a fairly constant speed. You'll notice different helix transports in front and behind. It seems to be like there's an acceptable level that they're all driving at, and occasionally they'll move up or down a level based on whether they're going to be turning right or left. And so one lane, there's only ever one lane of traffic at a certain height. And indeed at different heights for going forwards and backwards, for going right and left and that sort of thing. This seems to be how the traffic is organized. Oscar seems to know where the hell he's going, but for you guys it all feels a bit chaotic, especially when they sort of snap in between two and there's like 2 or 3 foot either side of the vehicle when they move in.
Wow.
But he sort of calls back, I hope you're enjoying the ride. There's free soda in the back.
Absolutely.
And Vulgo, I'm sure, will be very excited. Do you know what? I was trying to do some AI art the other day for detox, defritz, de-stress, but letters are not its forte.
Nope.
No, we're going to start getting letters around the side and stuff. I was just playing in the idea of what a can looks like, but I was sort of trying to base it on this can here. Specifically this design. I was trying to get like this wavy design, but in different colors. I see it as silver with like purple or blue or red or yellow, depending on what they're serving. But anyway, there's a whole fridge full of defritz, de-stress, detox. There's one that's actually called De-Life.
Whoa.
And it's got this fancy, shiny black can with this sort of almost, I don't mean holographic, but what's it called when it's one light, one light the other? Like, depending on which way you... Pearlescent. It's almost pearlescent, and based on which way you're shining it at the light, it's either silver or gold. You can see it's a limited edition. De-Life.
Vulgo, you ever had this flavor?
No. And I don't think I want to try it either.
Well, I guess you never will. And I chugged the can.
There are 6 of them. There's a 6-pack in there. Oleg, are you participating in any... How is Paisley holding 6 cans?
I'm putting them in my backpack.
You guys just emptying out the fridge, or just of D-Lifes?
Just the
I'm
D-Life.
taking the limited edition.
Okay. Yeah.
If there's no booze, Brozzig is not the
also. Oleg, would you participate?
I mean, I'd ask Paisley for a D-Life, and then I'd crack it open in front of Vulgo.
Yeah, you can have one.
Okay. So it is a bright lime flavored. It's like limeade, and it hits you. It's sharp and sweet at the same time. Super refreshing. It's really nice, and just
Oleg's trying to be super cool, drinking in front of Vulgo, but he's just like wincing at like the sourness of the lime.
Yeah, and there's a little special effect on this can.
Oh shit.
There's a reason why D-Life has been limited like this. And very briefly, your whole face just goes bright green, and then goes back to a normal color. But you don't see it. You just see Paisley, who's already a little green.
I'm already green.
Just goes super bright, like an actual skin of a lime green, and then back to normal.
Wow. Oleg, look at your face. Oh my god. Oh, it's gone. Okay.
And it says on the front of this can, live your best lime.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to save 1 can.
Great. Okay.
You're missing out, Vulgo.
Okay, can I try one?
That's the spirit.
Alright, here you go.
Yeah.
I'll keep the other 4.
As the 3 of you... Oh, you're not drinking your D-Lime yet, Paisley.
Oh, no, I drank it. I'll keep
so you're keeping 3. You're keeping 3. And,
the 3, I took one. Yeah, I took one.
But yeah,
it is.
Brozzig just standing there watching people turn green, wondering why. What the point of this exercise?
Brozzig pulls out a honey mead from Louvain.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, I still have a couple of these left. I had to bring a roadie. I didn't know how long it'd be gone for.
Nice.
But soon enough, you will see these 6 towers in line with all these sort of winding glass paths between them. And the walls are absolutely lined with paper books. You can see them sort of top to bottom, side to side, all throughout this area. And these 6 towers stand in front, and he sort of calls over his shoulder, and those there are the libraries. Front entrance, I'm assuming.
I suppose so.
Yeah, I guess.
And there's this, as the Helix transport sort of swoops down and lands in front of the library briefly. You will see a sort of automaton. They've made no effort to hide that it is a complete machine. You see a lot of times these days automatons have been humanized a little bit. This is not. This is a completely functional metal robot, but it has been shaded like a dark, almost grey-black slate colour. And it stops in front, and it has a screen for a face. And every time it speaks, you'll see subtitles on the screen. Its full accessibility has been catered for. And
I wish they had that in real life.
Gives you a nod. It would be good, wouldn't it? You can now buy glasses that do subtitles.
Whoa.
Now like $7,000 though, but yeah.
Oh shit.
And he sort of nods and, welcome to the library. You don't have passes, so I'm assuming you would like the front desk.
If you would be so kind.
Allow me to escort you. Might I have the pleasure of your names?
I am Oleg.
A full name, if you please.
Delgado.
Okay, Paisley Delgado.
What? You got my whole name?
Oh, you didn't give the whole name? You just gave Delgado? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, like Delgado.
Gado.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
I have, that's my full name, Delgado.
Yes, and I am Brozzig. Yep.
We are currently unable to read your information.
Oh, we don't have, those things. Implants?
Your lack of implants is known to me. Please, I will show you to the front desk.
Thank you. So kind.
You're shown to the front desk, and a woman is sort of stood behind it. She's currently staring at an orb and is sort of looking gross in it, and sort of having half a conversation with it. It's like a helix of lights, and she keeps looking up and looking around it. And as she glances up, she sort of, oh, good afternoon. Wow. Manual check-in, is it?
Yes, that is correct. We are without.
Right, yes, that happens sometimes, although you are rather less demonic than the last one. Are all of you requiring library cards?
I think only one of us shall.
Is that yourself?
Yes, please.
Well, please, fill in the form here. And she sort of reaches in to her desk and puts her hand like on the computer screen and then pulls like something off of it. And it looks a little bit like a tablet in your hand. It's almost like a really thin piece of slate, I guess, but plastic. And as you hold it, a pen is clipped to the side. Do you need any assistance with filling in the form?
I don't think so, but I will let you know if I do.
Excellent. So she's sort of asking for accessibility reasons. Can you read? Can you write? A bit weird if you're taking books out and you can't read, but each to their own. And indeed, when you take the pen, it will simply ask you for your first name, your last name, and your residency.
Ooh, awkward.
Awkward. I will write down Oleg Gado.
Wow, my brother.
and my place of residence will be. Where is Mikayla? Where's Mikayla's house again?
Mikayla's mentioned is in Groverfields.
Groverfields.
Wow, fancy. They're gonna think you are living it up, Oleg.
Are you giving Mikayla's address?
Do I have to give it the exact address? Yeah, why not?
Rico, have you ever signed up for a library and given them or any sort of form and just given them a vague address?
I haven't been to the library since I was fucking 13.
No, but like, if you're going to a hospital and you sign up, you can't just give some vague details.
Yeah.
No,
I'll give a
planning on the left. He'll be really
address.
happy if he gets the late fee.
Yeah, truly. Just put it on. I'll ask him to put it on Vulgo's bill.
He can afford it.
Put it on his tab.
No.
What address should we put?
Just put your old address.
Yeah.
Our old address doesn't exist. Oh, you already
The address exists. It's just
the address is still there. That's true. They'll get the late fees.
If you want to add one number, you could give Vikos's address, the Loxodon, whose death is entirely your fault.
R.I.P. No, I wouldn't say that. I was
saying yours specifically to Oleg, who gave him the key.
Were our names ever attached? Were our names ever attached to our old apartment? Then I wouldn't use Oleg or Gado. Then I wouldn't use
cool.
Oleg
all right.
or Gado.
Fake name, our old address. I like that.
Okay, fake name, old address?
Old address, fake name. Yeah,
okay.
fake name, old address.
Yep. So as you sort of put in Jonathan Peters, and then what was the address?
Elmore Estates.
Yeah, the Elmore Estates. Yeah.
18.
Ulmore.
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 Yes.
Full details?
House 732.
Nice. As you fill in these full details. I thought you were hesitating a little bit there. Well, never mind. Excellent. Are you all done?
I believe so. I've filled out your form here.
She takes a tablet, she shoves it back into the computer, and after a moment, she hands you a small holographic card with your face glowing. It's a 3D model of your face coming out of it.
Wow, look at
It's
that.
held up. Jonathan Peters. And
It's my name and everything. Here.
traversing the library yourself, or would you like the assistance of one of our analysts?
May I ask for assistance if I require it?
Of course. That is what I just asked you. Do you require assistance?
Well, I mean, like after I've had a look around myself first.
Okay, do you know which department you're looking for?
Medicine.
Medicine.
And-
Lovely. 17th floor, aisle X, row 21. Stop
And-
there. That's A.
How
What
about coffee?
Go on, Vulgo.
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Coffee. Unrelated field. So it's sort of sizing you up a little bit. And
I have a wide range
that's-
of interests.
That's in building 2, over to the west side. If you're withdrawing books for one of these individuals, they should really get their own library card.
No. These are all for my studying, and these are my underlings.
Give me the section
Yeah.
check.
Yeah,
Underlings.
it'll be faster for us to get every book if we split up.
Wow. Wow. Who's rolling 20s?
Good luck.
Was that a nat 20?
Yeah. She sort of looks you over and... Well, I can't force you, I guess. I'll be caught enough,
right.
but there will be late fees on all the books. You must keep them in perfect condition. Right?
I shall do my best.
She looks over at Brozzig. So... You read?
Wow.
Well, let me look at my intelligence. Yeah. It's, I like to read sports page. You know.
She nods. Looks over at Paisley. And you?
I read. And then I just end the sentence. Because Paisley can't think of
Gaming
the last time
guides.
she even opened a book.
And you just hear this guttural noise and it's like...
And you thought that I was getting these books for these people.
Well,
Yeah.
this one, and she nods towards Vulgo, seems to be under the impression that you should all split up and run ragged around the library, collecting
No,
books like it's some
that's-
kind of supermarket sneak.
No,
That's
no,
not.
we're
That's
not.
not.
gonna do
That's
that. not what he
That's
said.
not. That's
It
not
will be
what I
quicker
said.
if we all split up to collect the books.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what I said.
I suggest that you go in transit as of 4, quietly and carefully, keeping within the regarded aisles. And when you get to the places of need where your particular friend here is to get his books, then he can choose them himself. How is that? How on earth, if you split up,
listen.
would you know what books he wants?
Because he's told us. Listen,
You came to the library already knowing what books you want, but refused service on assistance with retrieving them.
Listen.
I find
This
it
is
unlikely.
this scenario.
I wasn't
is
talking to
just
you,
like-
sidekick. She looks
Listen.
over at her. She looks, would you like a library card? She says to Vulgo.
Listen. This
Would
is
you like a library card?
No, but just listen, please. This is very similar to the problem that Bella faced in book 2 of the
What was your book series
Swig-like
called again?
trilogy.
Do not
If
quote
you-
cheap romantic fiction trash at me.
Cheap.
If you need
Cheap.
if you would like to visit the teenager section, you can get a library card.
You
In
just
the
said I wasn't
meantime-
allowed to.
In the
Excuse
meantime,
me.
you, Mr.
Excuse me,
Peters.
librarian. Librarian, is that your role at this
Of
establishment?
course,
Show me the books. That is all I ask.
Oh wow.
I will call assistance. Assistance.
But
and a little tiny. She goes over in a loud voice. And this sort of like it has a conveyor belt for a bottom half of its body. That's like tank tracks, like you repaired off the land vehicle. They sort of roll forwards, and this little tiny machine with literally a computer screen for a head and then a conveyor belt for legs, just rolls over in front of you. And there's like one of those on-screen keyboards with a little sort of entry point. You can please say the names of the book you're searching for, or type them in.
No, I don't imagine you'll be as rude.
Please say the names of the book you're searching for, or type them in.
Yeah, I'll type in the first
Perfect.
one on.
It's snippy there the second time.
What's his name's list?
One moment. And the machine literally just wheels off, and then within 15 seconds comes back and expels along its conveyor belt the first book.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
The librarian just sort of looks over at you and, wasn't that difficult, was it?
Aren't you supposed to be good at hospitality?
No, I'm supposed to be the librarian. My primary care is the books, not the people visiting. If you'd like to visit customer service, they're on the 82nd floor.
That seems...
The lift is out of order.
Okay.
Do you have a HR department I could report to?
Yes.
Oleg is just typing in the list.
Book after book. I am the librarian.
Oh my goodness.
You're starting the question.
Yes, and the more she speaks, the more you get the impression that she might have been in this role a little too long.
Yeah, she needs upgraded.
Sick of us.
Oh no, she's no machine. She is definitely a human.
No, I mean the role needs upgraded to a different person.
Anyway, slowly, one after another, all these books get rolled out at you. You've got massive practicing in medicine. You've got practical applications of implant surgery.
Nice.
Fixing up cybernetics, wires and where to put them. Lots of other things. An anatomical study of those with smaller bodies might interest Paisley.
Let me read this.
Did we just see Rico jog by his door? It was like one of those Matrix moments where he just
Oleg, come back. The books are here.
He got so excited.
We just saw you jog past the door like an advert.
I just spilled a bunch of shit.
Oh, good times.
Oh, no.
Could I use the machine to look up some books?
Go to lean over. The librarian sort of looked at you and I suggest you get your own library card if you'd like to make a withdrawal. They are free. Are you sure you don't want one?
I don't... You know, you're making it really, really difficult.
For you to use the library without a library card? That is the intention.
Madam.
Yes?
Listen, I know it is your job to, protect the books and keep out the riffraff and, my friend here...
We failed at that, she says, looking straight at you.
Yes,
Wow.
he has trouble talking to people. He is better off just reading books. Trust me, this man here.
Do you think you could persuade him to take a library card?
Like a library card pusher.
How about I get one? Can you help me?
We
get
don't have
card?
the sports page.
Well, no. I mean, I'd like to expand my horizons. Maybe
Right.
I am just.
That is wonderful. Please fill in this form.
Yes.
She hands you a tablet. Do you need assistance filling out the form?
No, I think I can do it. So you're Peter Johnson.
He's John.
Johnson.
He's John Peterson.
No, John
Okay.
Peters.
Oh no,
I'm
Jonathan Peters. Jonathan Peters.
I put Peter Johnson, and I put one number off on the address. Oh yeah,
wow.
we are next door neighbors.
She doesn't glance at it. I couldn't care less. Puts the tablet in. Moments later, hands you a holographic card.
Yes.
This poor apartment building.
You are doing a wonderful job here, man.
know.
I just appreciate everything that.
Would
you
you
do.
like a library card? She looks at Vulgo one more time. You can withdraw all the books you like in a year. Limit of 150 at any given time. Late fees are exorbitant, but as long as you return on time, you can read everything you like, even your trash teenage romantic novels.
Wow.
What books do you read?
I've read 36% of this particular building's library.
That's not a lot.
I am currently up to letter F.
Oh boy.
He is reading the books in alphabetical
You're reading them
order,
alphabetically?
Well, then you've read lots of...
regardless of their topic.
Well, then you've read lots of romance novels.
That is most unfortunately true.
You know, it's all subjective. Just because you think they're bad doesn't mean that they are.
That is true. Books are the key to the imagination. Now, would you like a library card, young man?
Okay, I will put down the name
Vulgo Fink.
James Hart. and I will put the
brackets
top,
DM.
yeah, I will put the top floor of the apartment building.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. Jeez, well now I feel left
pops
out.
it in after a little while. The library card pops out, and then.
Yeah, I'd like to look for this world. So I've already read this world's equivalent of Twilight called Swiglight. I would like to read this world's equivalent of the Harry Potter series, but from the perspective of the Muggles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
When you mention this to her, she suggests Wizards and Their Committed Atrocities.
Wow.
A non-fiction book.
That sounds
A
non-fiction.
non-fiction book about the troubles Wizards have caused over the years.
Is there like a search function? Like, can we search not just for titles, like for authors or people or topics or
you
anything?
can search topics.
Oh,
you can
then I'll
search
do
genres.
for fantasy then.
Okay. And the computer screen will change to a listing, page after page of fantasy books, and then it will offer you to narrow by different subgenres. So romantic, science fiction, ancient historical, high fantasy, dramatic, poetry and prose.
Could I look for the Harry Potter series, but from the perspective of the Dursleys?
Again, it recommends you Wizards and Their Committed Atrocities.
Thank goodness.
The non-fiction book.
Unless it's written by the Dursleys.
But yes, you guys can spend plenty of time in here collecting a bunch of books.
Yeah, I'll just get out a new magical trilogy. Yeah.
And all these books are very well kept. They're all paper, and I'll take an insight check. Vulgo with advantage, Oleg and Paisley a straight insight check.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Brozzig with disadvantage if you wish.
You said insight, right?
Yes, but it's insight about books.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Not 20, 22.
Oh, Vulgo knows the things.
I really
I
know
got an
things.
18.
Yep.
A 7.
Yeah, these books are supremely well kept.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're brand new, but they're not. A lot of them are dated quite a while ago. Not many people these days need to use the physical library, as they can access the full works via NextNet. And people are reading books constantly in the VR world, etc. And in fact can experience them in full 3D. The paper book is going out of fashion. And you can see that whilst the librarian has this strict demeanor, once she sees, you leafing through the pages and really looking at books that you find interesting, she really softens and looks over them. They'll be left behind, one day. All of them. That's why I'm trying to read them all. Sorry I gave you a hard time.
But
you enjoy.
I don't accept your apology.
Understandable. And after you guys are sort of flicking through a few more books, getting out some books of interest, Oleg, Brozzig, were you looking for something?
I would like to look for Simon with a 1.
Ooh, I love that.
You put it in, and you get this lovely little Google. Did you mean Simon? With an I.
No.
No.
When you change it to no, it just says no results found.
Wow.
Interesting.
No published paper books with that information. Maybe you should look him up on NextNet.
No, we're not allowed. Can't use that.
You can use the computer with it on. You just can't brain connect. But yes, after a little while, you see Oskren sort of come to the library door with this sort of slate robot. And then, is you by any chance done? Our other passenger is being a little uncooperative.
Uh-oh.
I think we've got everything we're looking for, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Let's
great.
see.
Let's get you all in as quickly as we can. Scoop that up. Here, let me take some of those for you, and he offers to carry some.
Wow.
and is going to rush you off to the Helix transport. As soon as the door opens, you hear a man in the back going, "Ow!
Oh boy!
Ow! Ow!
Oh no!
Ow!
Is he possessed by a dog ghost?
And
I'll
then
peek my head in.
instead of ooh, he is sat in his chair, head directly up at the ceiling, just going woo, ooh, ow.
Is he restrained or anything at all? He's just hanging out.
No, right now he's just. And as the door opens, he sort of turns over and he sort of puts his arms out as if for a big bear hug, and just sort of slowly walks at you, ow, to give you a big hug and ow at you.
Oh boy!
I think
anybody
Brozzig
who
would...
is proficient or has a plus to it can give me a medicine check, and Brozzig, you carry on with whatever you do.
I was about to grab him. I was about to grapple him, and so he doesn't touch anybody else.
Okay, yeah, you can sort of take his hands. He puts his arms around your shoulders and sort of, ow.
All right, okay, I got. All right, buddy. Okay,
Wow.
all right.
Made a friend.
Did you let drunk?
Yeah, he
No.
definitely is on something. For sure.
How are our medicine checks?
I rolled
Anyone
an
else proficient or?
8.
Proficient.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you have no idea what's wrong with this guy.
He's drunk.
He
Definitely
is not
drunk.
possessed, and he's
Mhm.
sure as hell not drunk or under drugs. There is something wrong.
All right, let's get him back to Bex ASAP. I don't.
Oscar sort of close. Like, I'm so sorry to interrupt. It's just, well, he kept trying to take hold of the controls. He's coming over here with his awoos and trying to touch things. And
I
frankly,
will
couldn't fend him
keep-
off any longer.
I will keep a hold on him until we get back to base, but maybe we should. Double
The
time
central
it.
seat has a seatbelt on the top left.
Perfect.
And you will note that while it's not particularly visible, that is how he was restrained when you came in. And he had opened it and come forward. And there's the whole journey back, you just say, "Ow!" all the way back. When you get to the vehicle lounge, return to the collusion. What did you do? Are you just going to leave Oscar to deal with this guy?
No, I'm escorting him. We're escorting him to Bex.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Bex anyway.
Okay,
since-
cool. I like that.
Let's...
If you head about, you'll eventually find Bex in one of the recreation areas. And all the way across, everybody's looking at you as this guy is just staring at the ceiling going, ooh, 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 all the way across. Bex sort of notices you and comes on over and... Oh.
Yeah. Oh, indeed. Where do you want this?
Object's about right. Ghost noises, they said. Ghost noises, ridiculous. Anybody can see that he's been... He's had his mind broken. This is truly awful. It's going to be a very interesting subject, however.
What's wrong with him?
Have you heard of magic used to detect thoughts within the mind or to understand or read minds?
No.
Sure.
If you have if someone has implants in place to protect them, and you attempt to force the magic through, you get this.
Oh my
A broken
goodness,
mind.
this poor person.
Awful, truly. We're going to patch him up and get him back to how he should be.
Really? You can
Perhaps
do
with
that?
He might have a couple of memories missing, but I can repair his implants, and in time his brain will heal itself. Humankind are a fascinating species. The speed at which they can self-heal and restore their own minds is quite astounding if you give them enough aid.
Who would want to infiltrate this man's mind?
That really isn't my business. I put him back to how he should be, and hopefully he's doing okay after the fact. My main aim is to serve the patient. Did you by any chance get my books?
Boy, did we.
Thank you so much. You can have 20 XP.
Wow, thank you.
love that.
You have that.
You know, the librarian was kind of a tough cookie. It's a good thing you did not go. You know.
Well, yeah, she
was awful.
she sure as hell doesn't like me much.
Don't worry, she doesn't like us either.
You rub her the wrong way.
Oh, she's frankly just a bit of a bitch, and I might have told her so once or twice.
You just have to be firm with those types.
Here, I understand you guys are in hiding. I know there's 4 of you, but I've only got one of these. But I do have one of these if you want to.
Thank you.
Might help you out. And she'll hand you a strange-looking amulet.
Wow.
It's got sort of almost like Egyptian hieroglyphs on it. And a burning piece of amber, and it slowly turns. That'll help you against being found.
Ooh.
This is an amulet of proof against detection and location. While wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. Cannot be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying senses.
Oh my goodness.
Quite useful.
Pretty cool.
Mr. Vicase's bitch, Vulgo. Give me an insight check with advantage.
Yay, guidance.
And that. As you think about whether you should put this on.
He wants to. You said it protects him.
It does seem like something.
Yeah,
Volga
but your
would
boss
want.
also won't be able to detect you, and he may not be happy about that.
There's nothing in my
insight is
contract.
great. He hasn't even made the roll yet.
There is nothing in my contract to
Yeah,
say that I can.
But what do you get?
That I can prevent him finding me. I don't have a positive. That's a 13.
13? Yeah, you get 2 things here. The first is that no, there is nothing in your contract saying you can't wear this, but it might prevent him spying on you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sort of, at first you're like, well, there's nothing in the... And then you sort of click, oh, but he wouldn't be able to intervene or suddenly protect you either. If he didn't suddenly
What's the
protect you
likelihood of
in
him doing
danger.
that, though?
Who knows?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
That's up to
think
you.
he
That's up to
would.
you to think out. Is anybody else thinking about this? I'm thinking, yeah, I want that. Or are you all thinking, well, we can all do with it?
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
just a useful magical artifact to
Paisley. But I think Brozzig would try to give it to Paisley. I feel like he's
I do kind of
gonna
want
try
to
to be
take
protective.
it.
Yeah, you
But
have to
I
take
know
my-
Vulgo is so nervous, so I look at him first. I say, Vulgo, do you want this thing?
Yes, but
Now, oh, but? Okay. What's wrong?
like, there's nothing in my. You know what? I like whisper in case anyone's listening.
Your
To
what?
say that my CONTRACT.
Your what are you spelling? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
That says that I can't, have this, but I don't know if he'd be very happy if I was trying to block him from contacting me.
It does seem a little sus, like you're trying to hide from his eyes.
Which I am.
Are you?
But I guess.
Specifically from him, or just in general?
Not really, but he doesn't like the thought of him just appearing whenever he wants. What is it they're thinking about?
I think that he's at least a useful guy to be able to appear whenever he wants.
Well, I don't think the guy who he was torturing felt like that.
Yeah,
Well,
but you,
just
you are on his side, and I think he will,
yeah.
at least in the short term, be more help than harm, potentially.
Don't get on his bad side.
This could be one way.
Vulgo, you're not thinking of crossing Vikasa already.
No, of course
That's why you
not.
want the necklace.
I
You already
I like-
turned your
I-
back on Kronks.
Wow,
I didn't turn my back
Vulgo.
on Kronks, and I wouldn't turn my back on him either. I wouldn't, in case you're somewhere, I wouldn't betray you. Or I've not
Perfect.
betrayed anyone.
As your voice starts to raise a little bit in the recreation area, you will note various people sort of looking over. Noting this.
All right, you've proven your loyalty. And then I take the amulet and put it on.
Cool. So you put this on. You guys can. Really, it's about 5 o'clock. You can space out the rest of the day. Do some prep.
Well, we should
following.
probably bring these books to Eliana.
Yeah.
Copy.
Yes, of course. Sorry, you can pop to Eliana. You'll get a grand total of 10 XP from her.
Yeah.
she sort of nods at you.
And a cup of coffee?
Thank you very much. I appreciate
I
it.
I want to tell her, Brozzig did lots of brewing back in his day, mostly beer, but coffee is maybe similar process. If you need any tips, you come let Brozzig know.
It's the growing bit. I may have commandeered a section of the laboratories. I'll let you know when it's grown. I think the brewing will be quite easy. The growing of it underground, that could be a challenge. I'll let you know how it comes in.
Excellent.
What else is she growing?
But we will take we're going to take a short break here, as this is a good moment to take it. And we'll be right back. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Mark with Deletion. It is currently, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. You're back at Collusion base. This sort of time for you guys to just head about, shoot the shit. The evening meal is ready in the canteen between 6 and half 8. What are you up to?
I think that Oleg would be sitting down for some grub. I imagine everyone would be doing the same.
Yeah.
You'll notice that the canteen is fairly deserted tonight. And the few people you do see, Dylan is around, because he doesn't go anywhere. You know that Bax is around too, prepping for tomorrow. But other than that, the only other couple of people, Lex is around and Coron is here. But almost nobody else is around. And Dylan will let you know that there is a rally going on in Liberty Square. Against a particular recent political movement. But just a sort of general anti-tax sort of rally. So almost everyone's gone off to that.
Wow.
People have gone off to voice their opinions, or?
Oh, I don't know. They just shout a lot and stand around and yell and wave banners. I think that's kind of the thing. It does mean we get burgers though, and he sort of holds up the burgers, which they don't normally do too many burgers because when you're doing burgers for 70, it's a lot. But yeah,
I grabbed 3 burgers.
Wow.
There's plenty to spare.
Now I'm shook right now. Vozis. So hold on, you'll eat this. You'll eat these burgers.
They're my favorite. I love burgers.
Wow, you love burgers.
Yeah.
Just like Maya Fey.
Are there fries that go with this?
They've got fries and wedges. You can choose either.
Ooh, yum.
And there's also a large sort of sharing nachos platter going on, which people are just sort of scooping piles up and sticking them in these little wooden bowls. It's pretty good. The sodas are ready and accessible. It's a proper burger and chips night, and Dylan is fully indulging his little halfling self in one corner.
Yeah. Me too.
Croaks is looking on longingly.
Crocs is here?
Can't eat.
Yeah, can't eat. But he is looking on longingly. He obviously doesn't attend political rallies for obvious reasons.
Why not? Because he's so cool?
That is the obvious reason.
It's just so irrelevant to him.
He'll outlive them all, basically.
He'll be a distraction
he doesn't care.
as well. It'll also just be a distraction.
That.
Like people will start noting him instead of
You know, Vulgo, you were quite rude to that librarian. Earlier today, you seemed awfully stressed out. I know it's been kind of crazy week. Are you feeling okay?
But she was rude to us.
Well, yeah, but maybe
She was rude.
She was rude, but she was just doing her job. She's a sad old lady who works with androids. All day.
No, that was beyond her job description. She did not need to. She did not need to be like that.
I'm just saying, a few days ago, you were trembling at every person on the street you meet, saying racist things about Drow, and now you're picking fight with old lady. It's just kind of out of character.
No, I never said
that,
no. No, I didn't.
You did do that.
No, I didn't. All I did was pass on information that a fellow elf told me about another elf. That's all I did. I did not spout any racial remark or anything.
All right.
I just want to make sure you are. It's a big change, from office job talking on phone all day. I'm just checking in and making sure you are, okay.
I'm as fine as anyone who is being tracked and chased down to be murdered can possibly be. I apologize if sometimes that comes out as an angry outburst to a bitch of a clerk in a library.
Well, it's
but
not
that's just how it goes.
It is not just that. It is not just that.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, you've also making deals with maybe not evil genie, but not a very good genie.
Well,
Some people might say unscrupulous genies.
Yes,
well, I don't have a mechanical glove or a slingshot.
You just got that.
Or
I can make
or
you
a
one.
mop. I don't have these things, so I have to look for help externally. I'm sorry that I made a pact with a genie. I whisper that part. I made a pact with a genie. I'm sorry, but I have to do something.
Vulgo, why is it that you feel the need to apologize for everything? And we're not
Well,
accusing you of any wrongdoings.
Yeah,
here.
we are your
It's-
friends. We were
Sounds
just
like
checking
an
in.
accusation.
We are here to help you help protect you too. I mean, it is you can look to us. We are not that powerful, but we obviously care about you. We didn't leave you to die in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
You have friends here too. Is all I am saying.
I know I do. Have I treated you not like a
Vulgo,
friend?
I think of you as my distant cousin's son or something. you know?
Wow,
Like,
that's so sweet.
Wow.
That's a
Very
huge
special.
mark of respect. Vulgo.
however, Vulgo does make a good point. I wonder, are we being hunted?
I think considering they tracked us down to our apartment building and then killed the first person that entered said apartment building, I'd say yeah, we're being tracked down.
You
I
know,
mean, they killed that man. They killed poor Ricos, but Does that
we
necessarily
don't
mean that
necessarily
we are-
know that. We just heard a gunshot, right?
Oh yeah, because we always hear those around the apartment building.
Vikayla did confirm he's dead and died in your apartment.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get confirmation.
Yeah, and Jezebel did confirm that there's large conspiracy going on, around us that we are peripheral to at least.
You know,
Well, I mean, I think more what I'm wondering is, what is our angle here, guys? Like, are we really going to try to find out what happened, or are we just going to remain underground, working with Collusion till we are?
I'm kind of
Old
enjoying
and-
lying low,
I'm
honestly.
already old, but I see your
Wow.
point. We just join gang essentially because we were worried about our protection. I was just telling Vulgo maybe don't make pact with Genie, but we made pact with gang.
We made
so
a pact with the
it's
gang.
kind of same thing.
Listen, all I'm saying is, we are getting our feet a little bit wet, but we must not forget our main goal here. We must find out what happened.
I tried to.
Is that our main goal?
I thought our main goal was to hide and keep ourselves safe until all of this blows over.
Well, don't you want to
Vulgo,
know
is
who
that-
you were hiding from, though?
Is that how you
No.
want to live? Hiding?
No, I'd
Crap.
rather not know.
I mean, I think hiding has been going pretty well for us so far.
See,
I feel like these people. Okay, listen, just think about this. If they could delete a company from existence from a creature like Vikayla's knowledge, don't you think they could have found us by now?
Then why
We've
haven't
had
they?
we've had
That's
lot of
my
help.
question. What do they think we're dead? Do they know we're waiting and just waiting for a chance to get
Listen,
us?
all I'm saying is hiding is only as good as it only works so good until you're found.
Just to remind you, you were told by the original AI, Zetrus, that you don't exist to them. So nobody's searching for you specifically
Oh, great.
because they don't know you exist. That was exactly what he did, Zetrus, was make you
Yeah.
not exist.
He made us
Obviously, if
invisible.
anyone found out about you and those people,
Okay,
that's
okay.
when you'd get hunted and killed, and they would find you pretty quickly. You are right. But they can't... It's not that easy to find something you don't know you're looking for.
Okay,
Why did
that
they come
makes
to
me
the
feel
apartment?
better. I
Well, they
think.
came to the apartment the first time, but
Well, yeah, I think that was just cleaning up employees who are still there.
yeah, all the loose ends basically.
I mean, Vico said big mouth. You probably said, "Oh, what happened to company?" And then they shot him in the face. I mean, it may not be looking for him, but
come
he
on.
probably blabbed.
To also bring you up on that point, obviously they would know that people with no implants may not have been affected, and there were certain people on holiday, so they just send people to those buildings just to clean them out.
Cleaners, yes.
Brozzig, did you just victim blame the poor guy who was murdered?
Listen, I didn't want to tell him anything, and then we bumped in, and then you were like, "Oh, let's get pizza together," and then the whole thing spiraled from there. Okay, it's not my fault.
I told him to run. I wasn't the one who gave him the front door keys.
Neither did I.
Look
That was
at
Oleg.
Oleg. Guess the blame's on Oleg.
Listen, awful things have happened. The
I
most
feel
important
sorry
part
for
is
him.
that we are still alive, and I think we haven't really talked about Vicus, and perhaps we should have a drink for him tonight.
Yeah.
Brozzig?
I will never. Brozzig already has 2 mugs of ale in front of him. He says, I will never say no to that.
I'll put my cup in front of him. Or
All
I'll
right.
like down whatever I have, and I'll put just a
Cheers
bit.
to Vicos.
I'll pull out a de-stress.
Actually, Vulgo, I did want to ask you something. You know, in your search for power and protection, what made Mikayla stand out to you? You know, compared to the coolest guy around, Kronks, and I wave at him across the hall, across the room.
Takes his elbow off and holds his arm higher with the other hand and waves it at you and puts it back on.
You think Mikayla's more well connected or something?
I look at the skeleton who's removing his body parts for humor, and then back at Paisley.
Paisley thinks this is so funny.
I think it might have been. I think Kronks might have been a safer option, but you know, when you compare his power to, you know,
Sure.
the
Genie.
universe-bending power of a djinn,
Why don't you take the sad one then? He seemed less suspicious.
I don't think he was very powerful.
Oh.
I
fair
feel
enough.
like the best way to go about everything that's happening is to just find the biggest, powerfulest thing, hitch your wagon to that thing, and they'll protect you.
Should have spoken to that red cult.
No.
Paisley does want to investigate that later, but that's neither here nor there.
You know,
I
there's
think-
one other person who's been helping us for maybe behind the scenes that we have not talked to, and this is that man Alexander.
I'm curious
He
about him too.
Gave us a warning. He gave Dell's mother a warning. You know, maybe we need to go. Maybe he knows more about what is happening. Thikgrik said he contacted him randomly, ended up in his watch, but
Then what?
I
don't
think,
know if that is
yeah, he's
fully
more
the
connected.
I think after we help our friends, our new friends in the collusion, maybe we go try to pay him a visit.
I like that plan.
Agreed.
Vulgo, you okay with this?
Kind of have to be, don't I?
No, you can make your own decisions if you know.
Yeah, you're a man.
Yeah, of course.
Don't you split the party. No, I'm kidding. You can do what you like.
We will.
I guess if all we're doing is talking to him and not getting involved in whatever madness is actually happening, I guess that's fine.
He has saved our lives once. If he wanted us dead, he could have just done nothing. So-
No, but what if he's doing some crazy thing and he wants our help with it?
You mean like going to Wizard Tower or abandoned laboratory?
Yeah, we're being abandoned. No one's gonna be there.
Hmm.
Mm.
I
You
think
sure
it's
about
worth
that?
hearing him out.
Abandoned places usually attract, you know, squatters.
But then it's not abandoned, is it?
Guess we'll find out.
We will find out tomorrow morning. Yes.
Shall we get there?
Mm-hmm. So
Cool.
early.
As the conversation sort of pans out, you can finish a meal. Dylan will come over and ask Paisley if she wants to spend some time gaming, and immediately introduces you to a horror game that vaguely resembles Half-Life 2, traveling through an abandoned laboratory, getting shut up by all sorts of aliens and trying to.
Wow, this is exactly what I was just talking to Vulgo
It's
about.
gonna give you a whole night of worries.
I'm gonna tell him all about this game first thing tomorrow.
Yeah, look forward to it. But you guys can turn in nice and early, 8:30 in the morning. You will be heading out. You are going to be given a tiny bit of gear for this journey. It's quite simple. First of all, obviously you'll be given road rations, so you have 2 rations each, so you don't need to put them in your inventory, you'll spend them.
Sorry, just really quickly. Last night before I went to bed, I would have gone in my lamp, had a burger in there first of all, and I would have left my knockoff Harry Potter series in the lamp as well. Yes.
Okay, cool. Obviously bringing the lamp with you though.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple of meal pills for daily rations. Effectively 2 good berries each. You don't need to put them in your inventory, but just to be aware of them. There is Aisha is going to hand Paisley specifically a healer's kit. This is one of these modern med kits. I think there is a handout for it somewhere.
We have one already.
So yes, there is a second one. If you need the link, it's in this thing here, the modern first aid kit. She just asks you to hold on to that for now. She might use it later. You'll also be given a 2-person tent each. And these are quite interesting because they resemble a small metal rod with a large blue button on the top. What you want to do is you want to plant the rod into the ground, press the button, and step back 10 feet. After which it sort of springs into existence. They're not necessarily extra dimensional spaces, they're only the space of, but they're full of amenities, very safe, and they have a little force field shield around them. So you can use them like mid-combat, like dive into, if you really, really need to. It is a full action to activate.
Okay.
And it won't pop up until your next turn. But if you want to put shelter down, you can do. You can only use these outside in the wilderness. You cannot use them inside a building because there's not earth in which you can drive them into. You must be able to drive them down into the ground for them to work. And finally, just a 20... Paisley, have I already given you bullets?
Let me see.
In
my gun, I have... I have 13 bullets.
Okay, and 13. That seems an odd number. Oh, no, those are the +1s, right?
Oh, yeah, that's my +1 shots.
You would also be
Let me look at my other bullets.
20 regular bullets?
Bullets, yeah, I have 40. Wow.
Great, then that's fine. You've got 40 regular bullets and your 13 +1 bullets. Fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
None of the others of you were handed ranged weapons because they're not all that exciting. If you do want, however, they will also offer you a flashlight. This is basically the equivalent of a torch in D&D.
Sure.
Great.
I can literally make one, like...
Yeah,
I won't say no to free stuff, though.
But even so, like, literally, it's a flashlight. Just put it in your pocket and forget about it to the rest of the campaign.
4 flashlights.
Yeah, just to wait until, level 19, you're fighting the final boss, and someone turns around and she's like, I need a torch! And you're like, I've got one!
It's all been leading to this.
Cool. And you guys can head to the vehicle area where Baxter and Kronks are getting ready. Kronks is unspecting. Unspecting. Get that. Kronks is unspecting. He is in.
Look at him go.
The building. No, that's what I'm looking for. It's still, we're not playing a video game. Thank you. It's not Mario time.
Perhaps I should uninspect and inspect it.
Yeah, you can certainly come along and have a look. This is what they call a high wheel ATV, which means it's about 18 foot, the full vehicle. Each wheel is about 6.5 feet, so Vulgo, a wheel is about as tall as you.
Wow.
And width, so it's like a monster truck, basically. Got a large space up the top. There is what looks like a sort of turret, but you will note that what it actually is like a telescopic lens that you can look down. It doesn't fire any bullets or anything like that. It's just pretty cool. There is also a large tracking computer up the top that shows you sort of like the terrain directly under the vehicle, and then also gives a survey map around with a little bit of a radar. And there are little hatches that you can climb into. If you go into the hatches, you'll be sort of in the under vehicle, in the middle bit of the vehicle. It's a little compact in there. It is no extra dimensional space at all. But there's some comfortable leather seats with triple seat belts, one across, and one across the waist. There's also little visor things you can pull down that act like helmets around you that secure your whole body in. And there's even a little sort of hazmat screen you can pull down, which is for being underwater, or for being in noxious gas, which will aid you breathing. As Kronk sort of looks over at you all, and you all riding up top?
Yes.
Great. Sort of looks over and Munan's like, no, I'm going inside. and he goes in, sits inside, pulls out his fantasy novel. It is yes, it is Swiglight.
Wow.
He's reading volume 2.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go in and sit next to him and read over his shoulder.
Well, as you guys are getting ready, Kai is sort of hovering about, and what do I do? Where do I go?
What do you do?
You sit here like you always do.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be really windy?
No.
Looks like it's going to travel quite fast, and so it's open topped, Josh.
Yes.
Right, so if you stand up top, like, it is going to be very windy. There is a
Then
screen
yes.
though. Sort of like,
Why do you go in my satchel?
okay, and then dives down, and after a little moment, you just hear from sort of muffled in the bottom of the door, "Oh, crumbs!" It's Kaisergan's eating from inside your backpack. Is the rest of
I like to think that because my genie patron is fire, that the lamp is slightly warm, so maybe I'll keep Kai nice and cozy in that.
Kai is also slightly
That's
warm
sweet.
to touch, so they can cuddle up together.
Oh my goodness.
Giving you like a sort of nice warm hot water bottle on your back when wearing the satchel. Aisha's going to ride up top. Baxter is sort of dealing with the computerized system on the back, sort of looking into what does what and how. And Kronks is obviously driving. Newton inside. And that's finally Lex sort of turns up quite late. And she stands like on the back area and puts her arm up and grips on the back, and there must be some sort of message exchange because the vehicle gets ready to go once she's hanging onto the back. You're wondering why she's doing some sort of clever little James Bond
Interfacing
shit.
with the machine.
Well, sort of. She's effectively just riding, like holding like this and with her leg out so that she's hanging off the back.
Like the back of a garbage truck.
Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly
Yeah.
like hanging off the back of a garbage truck.
She's got that iron grip.
Yes, quite literally. I think, in fact, I believe it's reinforced titanium. But you guys can get going. The vehicle sort of rumbles out through the city, and before long... Oh, excuse me. Before long, you are rumbling through Darktown. Feels almost like night still here, even though obviously it is bright and early in the morning. You will note, those of you who care, that you left at precisely 8:30 a.m. To the second.
Wow.
And this is... Ooh, let's just check here. It's Pale Sun the 11th. It's 08:30 Pale Sun 11. And we will take up the district map, actually. Because it is worth noting that you are leaving through District 34, which is east side, Ali G style. Which means you're passing through Wetland Valley. Wetland Valley is really interesting because of all of the places out in the... so you're going to do a sort of line like this. You're going to go up this way, okay? You guys are on the map, right? I'm not just drawing lines to myself. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Because I do that sometimes. Yeah, you guys will pass through the Wetland Valley. Wetland Valley is the very edge of town. There is a large... so the whole of Tethris sits slightly in a valley, but it's on a slant. So you've got hills and almost mountainsides up in the Northside Heights, and down here you're down the valley where the river flows down. And the river deltas out at the edge of Tethris in Wetland Valley. And originally the ground used to be quite wet and marshy. There's some really nice parks here that you can actually visit, where they're doing some conservation work on growing certain herbs and certain plants and medicinal plants and stuff as well. They're really trying to turn it back into a bit of a preserved area, but there's also plenty of housing here. It's become a bit more popular in recent time, and prices have risen here. And Aisha will, if anybody cares, let you know that if she ever gets to move out, she's going to move to Wetland Valley. It's far enough away from the inner city to feel a bit more peaceful, but she mentions that apparently it's a little dangerous. Odd monsters wandering in occasionally. She likes
I didn't think of you as like a big nature lover, Aisha.
I don't know about nature, Lila, but I kind of like place with a view. I'm in the city all my life. Grant you down.
I get that. Me
Bit of
too.
Space, I just
I've
like
probably
one
never
day
been
to
out
not...
here, huh?
No. No, you definitely not been out here. But just
Yeah.
one day I want to look out my window and not see another person's window staring back at me,
I can't even imagine that. Just like windows everywhere.
Yeah, it's just constantly, there's a high-rise opposite you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha, I don't want to be rude, but did everything go okay last night?
We had a really lovely day. Thanks. It was really nice.
I'm glad. You and
Lots of
your
memories.
brother, both of you.
Yeah. Aegon's going through some tough times right now. His dad's ill.
Was he acting normal when you talked to him
Yeah,
yesterday?
why wouldn't he be? I mean, he's
No,
a
I
bit
just
sad at
think-
the moment.
He was very upset. He even came to me to tell me how upset he was. But he really
About his
cares
dad?
about you.
Yeah, he does. He's a good brother. He's maybe a bit too protective sometimes, but
Well,
sometimes-
that is what brothers do.
Yeah. Yeah, in the last couple of missions, kind of falling out the other way, Takes too many risks on my behalf.
He really does care about you. I can tell.
Thanks.
I'm not going to share what he told me.
No, of
about
course,
his
okay.
mission.
And as you guys begin to leave the main city, it is not long before you're pulling past these two sort of like rambling hills, for want of a better word. The land out here looks blasted. It's dry and cracked. There's little sort of rivulets of lava going on. There's a dusty river winding through. And then there's sudden sort of lashes of verdant light going throughout. You see sort of like slivers of bright green jungle in the middle of these cracked lands. And one of these slivers leads up to these two half mountains, is how I describe them. They sort of go up as if mountains and then plateau out and then come down. And they look like they've been blasted by strange weather phenomena, but there is a little gap in between, and you see a sort of a metal building, sort of slanted roof, plunked in between, and Lex will gesture over and say, well, that's it. She sort of pulls herself up on one arm so that her head's popping over the top, and it's just over there. That's the labs. Not far out of town, like I said. I don't know why she's suddenly talking like someone else, but that's fine. That's it. The labs are over there.
She's trying to fit in.
Yeah.
I am.
All right. Lex, what exactly did you want to do here again? Look for, like...
I want to find out how I was made. And
Right.
who I was before I was this.
Okay. Yeah, I mean... Don't know what to expect in there at all.
I mean, can this vehicle make it up that mesa there? It's very steep.
That'll put us up on top. The building's down in between. So the metal building's right in the middle.
Are we going to fit in between with this giant vehicle?
Well, it's just
Does it change my question?
You just park outside.
Okay.
The
We got
main
to
door
walk.
entry
I didn't know
is-
walking was going to be involved here, Cross.
Yeah.
I thought it was door-to-door service.
Well, I mean, I think you can
Come
make it about
on.
30 feet across the ground.
Okay.
Come
fair.
on.
I can get pretty close to the door.
Thank you,
I'm
I
gonna have to
appreciate it.
watch the vehicle though. The rest of you go on in. And when you do get there, there are these
Fair enough.
huge blast doors. They're sort of 60 feet across, maybe 20 feet in height. And you don't see any smaller entrances at all, just these huge blast doors. And as you stare on over at them, there's this sort of low-pitched humming. Sort of drone constantly there as you look it over.
What do you think that is?
Sounds like machinery.
Like active and running machinery?
Like is this place still operational?
No, it is definitely done with. But there may be remnants of the tech still involved.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe
Keep
let's
this
be
about
careful.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you approach these blast doors, Oleg, give me an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha also sort of points out, and I think this might be a sort of side entrance of some sort. And you'll see that in the blast doors is this sort of little outline of a basic door, but she has no idea how it might be opened.
Neither does Oleg.
No? What'd you get?
7.
Okay. Is anybody else proficient in investigation or proficient in perception?
Okay, I can do perception. I do think Paisley would be looking around as well. Because trying to find out about that weird noise. 13.
Yeah. As you sort of moving along the wall and poking and probing, you do eventually brush your hand against like some sort of like little metal disc that sits out of the metal slightly. You have no idea of its purpose, but you can call Oleg over.
I was just about to say, Oleg, come check this thing out. Is it something?
What have you found?
Is it anything?
What have you found, Paisley? Let's see.
Yeah, and with that, as you look at it, give me an Arcana check.
Ooh, Arcana.
I'll have a closer
Just a
look.
reminder, Arcana also replaces like a tech check, if you like.
Right. So true.
Have a 12.
Okay, it's definitely a keypad of some system, but you can't work out how to open basically the flap on the front of it. And after a while, Lex will come over and... I don't know what the right way is to do this, but we could force it open.
Great.
Yeah.
Brozzig pulls out his brass knuckles. I'm ready.
You gonna punch the door down?
I'm gonna punch the keypad open.
Well, perhaps the other way. She suggests that you pull the cap off.
I mean, I guess we could try it your way.
Give me an athletics check.
Ooh. Can I like try to pry it?
You don't need to. 21.
Oh, you did great.
Brozzig just puts like an iron grip on it and just. And you do hear this like using metal crackle as you pull electric crackle sort of as you pull the front off, and there's a keypad underneath. And Lex sort of looks at it for a moment and looks at you, Oleg, and do you know of a way to override these things? And I will say that you, Oleg, you've definitely made enough of these.
Fiddled with,
well, you used to program them with the other engineers back at the Focus Tech Labs. So you can take out a pair of screwdrivers and sort of fiddle about and try to basically give me an arcane hacking check. It's a Tinker's Tools check.
Maybe Lenny can help. Can we get Lenny?
Oh, true. Well, I got a 26, so I think that might.
I don't think there's any helping that. Yes, Lenny sort of looks at it and no, it might shock me. And yeah, as you put it in, the blast doors open and you see a huge empty warehouse, basically. Massive empty warehouse. And over at the side, you see an elevator.
Before we leave, can I sort of try to use mending on the control panel to like reattach what wires?
Put the flap back on. And, you want to fix it up on your way in? Yeah, definitely you can.
Cover our tracks.
I'll use my little arcane glove to like solder and like.
Cool.
And as you look into this sort of flat, open, metal-based space, it looks like it's just been emptied out. But you see an elevator at the side, and this is a really old school sort of think like leaving the vault in Fallout, sort of round elevator cage. Looks like it could take goods or metal down. There's one keypad at the very center of it. And in your fiddling with it, you would have found a 4-digit passcode, Oleg, which is 9615.
About how big is this room or space?
This warehouse space, maybe square mile.
Oh, so it's massive. Okay.
Huge. Absolutely empty.
Right.
And this one door. There's no other doors.
There's these huge double blast doors. You've entered through a little door in the blast doors, but they would open up to be like 60 foot wide, 20 foot tall, huge blast doors. There's nothing further back. It just goes all the way back to walls.
Is there a way to like block the door? Like put something in the doorway, like a rock or something, so it doesn't close?
Oh, you want to not shut the door.
I don't want to get locked in here. The opposite.
Okay, I see that.
That's fun.
Yeah, if you head on out, give me a survival check. Look around for something that you can wedge inside, or alternatively ask Kronk if he's got something.
I'm proficient in survival.
Nat 20. You find a door-shaped rock.
Standing.
Perfectly.
You just sort of like stand it up, and it's like human shaped, straight in.
Oh, that's great.
Perfect. You will not be getting locked in there, boys.
Okay. Nice job, Brozzig.
And as you head on over to the escalator, you will see elevator. You will see Lex sort of looking at it. Her head sort of tilted a little too far to the side, almost unnaturally. She sort of stares at it.
This is the place.
Something familiar
Is this
here?
the place? I remember leaving, but not arriving, nor anything that's downstairs. And now that you're closer, you're hearing that constant. And Oleg, you'll recognize it to be a generator. You can hear a generator running. You don't see it, but you can hear it.
This place is powered, for sure.
Yes.
I hear it. Shall we go down?
We should. And she looks at the keypad next to the generator, next to the elevator, and tentatively puts in the 9615. And the front sort of little cage bit opens first, and then a secondary door inside opens, and there's just this large circular platform for you to step on. When you are all in, there is just one single button you can push, which will shut the doors and lower you down. Okay. I think that's like 25 buttons. Okay. Can you all see?
Yes.
Yep.
Great.
Yes.
Are the lights all coloured for you all?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So as you come down here, you'll note that the main overhead lights are all off. But there are different like side lights, emergency lights, other glowing bits of lighting all around. And as you... Sorry, I've got so many different things to click right now. As you head on down, where is the noise?
The noise.
The noise down here. As you enter in, you see sort of like a large turning wheel at the back of the generator on your left as you come in. Before that sits a sort of semicircular desk with computer screens on it. Behind you, a terminal with sort of constant running text down it. Looks a little bit like the inside of the Matrix. Let me just turn off my animated graphics and music works. And yeah, as you sort of look around, Aisha said, "Whoa, what is this place?"
Don't know. A lab where they do and then Paisley like lowers her voice, where they make people like Lex.
Right. Okay.
Or where they used to? Does this place look like
It's definitely not operational.
Dust.
That's 100%.
It's like a layer
it's
of
like
dust everywhere.
dusty?
Yeah.
No, it is spotlessly clean.
Ooh.
And you will note that sort of like everything looks like it's been polished and wiped moments ago. But none of the overhead lighting's working. There's little flickering lights going on here and there. As you look forward into what appears like some sort of laboratory room or even like med center. It looks abandoned. There's no sign of any life here, but it has definitely been cleaned recently.
Is this a window here, or is it an opening, like a doorway ahead of me?
Bear with me a second. I'm currently in
Okay.
refresh mode. Are you looking to your left?
No, just straight ahead. Is that a window that I'm looking at? Like to the south, yes.
To the south. So there's a laboratory in there. Oh, it's look like a sort of
It's glass.
bulletproof glass sliding door.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
But it's fixed open right now, half open specifically.
Sure.
And it looks like it's no longer operational. Oleg, you're looking at a curved desk with a computer terminal. Newton is behind you, looking at the terminal on the wall with all the green writing. He will mention this was dated over 40 years ago.
40 years.
Yes, and it shows signs at the last two uses of the elevator. One being right now, which you just came down, and the previous one was 40 years ago. And in fact, it says that Alex left, and Alex is in capital letters.
Her name is Lex.
Isn't
Her name
that
is Alexis.
her name?
Yeah, Alexis.
Was there any sign upstairs or in this room currently of any like logo or like business name or anything like that?
Nothing.
Can I
In
hop
fact-
over this desk and
Yeah, of course you can.
access this computer?
Everything is sort of almost painted black, if you will.
Mhm.
The walls. So just to clarify, Brozzig, that there looks like a large door with a panel on the right. That allows you to. It's a door that's going to slide up and slide down. And then in front of you is the open glass door. Oleg, as you sit down at the computer, it's asking for a username and password. Screen.
I'll type in Alex
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
in capital letters.
Yep.
And I'll lean over the screen and say, Lex. Password.
Yes. Oh, I wouldn't know. That would be.
Think back.
No, I was only ever. I don't have any memories of this place, but there is this. And she will take out a little sort of wire literally out of her rib cage, and she'll jack it into the back. And you'll just see admin override come down front in big letters. And then you are logged in as an admin.
That works too.
On the
Incredibly-
desktop, effectively. That's yeah, it's a useful thing that I was given. It's a collusion upgrade. And you
Makes
will
sense.
see on the desktop there is a large pile of folders. And there is Alex, Alexis, Lexi. There is Bex, Rebecca, Becca, Dexter. There's Cadmus, Cadem. And you'll note that they go all the way through to N for November. Well, sure, but not the same, Bex, you would know that. But they've all got this sort of like short naming code. There is no name over 6 or 7 letters. In fact, one of the longest names you see is Dexter. There's Fiona, and they've all got these sort of like, it's like this. Give me an intelligence. Give me a history check, Oleg. And actually, I'll take it from Paisley as well, please.
13.
21.
Paisley, these look like patch notes for games. It's like version numbers, right?
That makes
So
sense.
the first model is like the Alex model, and there's an Alex, there's an Alexis, there's an Alexi, there's a Lexi, there's a whatever, and it's all in one pile. And then the next one over is version B and version C and version D.
Is there a Baxter? Is there a Baxter there, by the way?
There isn't a Baxter there.
Okay.
But there is a Bax. B-A-X, and Baxus is the longer name of choice. It seems like the final model is the one with the longest name. So they tried Theo, Theo.N, and then finally there's Fiona, right, is the full model. And there are lots of different ones of these, but you will note that Alexis seems to be one of the 2 most recent models, Alex being the other. And all these names are in full capital letters. And then over on the right-hand side there's a sheet, and there is one other folder which says "Do not touch" in big letters.
Open that one.
In a minute. Can I open like Alexis's folder just to see what's in it?
Yeah, and it's just a series of dates. There is nothing else on there. There's a series of dates, and then on each date, it's just V 0.01, V 0.02, V 0.03, V 0.04, until eventually V 1.0.0 is 40 years ago, 2 months and 6 days and 4 hours. And Lex will tell you that that is the day she left.
Do we know how long she's been with the crew?
39
Like how
years.
long? 30. So they found her about a year
About a year after she left, yeah.
after this. Okay.
Aw.
But her name isn't in the elevator log.
It would be. Newton
No, it
will. Newton sort of scrolls back and we'll see that she was the 3rd to last person to leave. And the one between her and Alex is just simply labeled Doctor. And indeed, as Newton scrolls back, he will tell you the Doctor came and left many, many times. And Max will say he called himself that. The person who made me my creator.
You remember anything about him?
Golden eyes.
There's no Doctor file folder on the...
You would assume that you are on his user profile.
This
is his user.
And what were the other two options? Do not touch
taxes,
and tax returns.
Tax returns and do not touch.
Well, let's look over the tax. Let's over the tax ones.
Oleg, you're so boring.
As you open the tax returns, you see odd numbers of funding incoming. And when I say odd, I mean like 81,263 credits.
Money laundering.
And indeed, money that's being... there is no list of expenses here at all. It is just money in tax return, money in tax return, money in tax return. It won't take Oleg long to realize that it is exactly 13% they're paying out in taxes.
Is there any way that we can record this information?
Any one of the Collusion members or Lex can just literally record it, like, through their face.
Yeah. I'll have one of them stand over my shoulder as I'm doing all this.
Aisha will offer. And she looks over and she's like, weird, a lot of money. Strange installments.
Where is it all going?
What's in the do not touch folder? How are you not too curious to have already opened that?
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. Someone who makes sense.
Listen, it's best to be thorough about things. If I had it my way, I'd go through every single folder before I went to that.
Oh my goodness.
Please don't open it. Please don't open it.
Vulgo, get out of here. We're gonna open this folder.
And there are hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of photos. They are all of two children. Both the children appear to be ASMR. They're playing at school. They're out on the grass, and the oldest picture they're about 3.5, 4 months old, and the youngest picture they're about 8, 9 years old. They look like photos of his kids.
Personal photos you're all getting so excited about, huh?
What does not touch though?
Perhaps this man.
I did not even consider that. Like, yes, okay. Do not open is the logical message. Yes, okay, but you can see it's just a sort of my personal files. Don't go.
But why have them on there to begin with?
He probably spent many hours down here missing his kids, I guess.
Oleg, as you look through the version numbers, you will notice they are at all hours of the day. Like, he does indeed spend almost all his time down, or did at least spend almost all his time down.
This man had no life. He never touched grass.
Is there a date on the pictures?
So when you open it up, they begin about 48 years ago, and they stop about 41 years ago. 7 years of documented photos.
So why did he stop?
It looks like that's when the lab closed.
The lab.
But he was still recently doing stuff, no?
Listen, if he hasn't been here for 40
years... Nobody has
been
been down here for 40 years.
But it's extremely clean, and there's a generator running.
Something's keeping
Let's go find this generator. Let's go find
you're standing next to it. It's there.
Open her up. Oh.
Well done.
Nice.
You see a turning turbine, and if you look through it, it's quite difficult.
As Oleg's like doing this stuff on the computer, he's just like.
Yeah, it's there. When you look through it, you will note there is a second turbine behind it. You'll all know that these sort of automatic generators kick in when the power goes out. The mains power goes out. The electrolysis power. It's just it's kinetic energy. It's just a backup generator. It looks like it'll go on forever. As for why it's so clean, it doesn't take long for one of the service hatches to open out here. Vulgo will jump out of his skin as a hatch about 5 foot up opens, and a small little triangular robot comes out and rolls down the side of the wall and starts. Basically, it's like a conical It looks a bit like a pirate ship, I guess. And then it's like this, but it's rounded on the sides, and it's got a big round base, and it's just cleaning. It's just a cleaning bot.
It's a Zumba.
Goddamn
Cleaning
robots
bot.
taking good janitor jobs from the rest of us.
Yeah, give him what for, Brozzig.
Do you want to kick it?
Yeah, Brozzig turns it on its side. Turns it on its side.
Yes, it waits a couple of seconds, and then a little hook pops out of it, and it rights itself.
Ugh,
Wow.
It's like Robot Wars.
Can I pick it up?
Oleg's
Yeah.
impressed.
100%.
I put some sand on the ground.
You pick it up.
You're gonna piss him off.
Yeah, you can pick it up. Why are you picking it up, Paisley? What are you doing with it?
I want it.
It's that simple, really.
His face are bleeding over. I just want to take the things.
I think
Yeah.
that okay, look, Paisley is like kind of lazy, right? So I
Mhm.
think a cleaning robot sounds
yeah.
fantastic.
Oh,
Are we,
and
How
are we
tall
looting?
is
Are we
Paisley?
looting?
like
You can loot.
3,
But yes.
3'9".
Okay, this robot's about a foot tall.
Oh, so cute.
And about a foot wide in diameter. You say that, but it's quite
And it-
heavy for Paisley.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she does have 6 strength.
What are you carrying this
just,
in?
maybe you could just ride it. for a
Oh
bit
right,
while
I
we're down
just I put it back down. No, wait, we'll take
Just
it. on
leave
our
it to
way
be
out.
with the
Right,
service.
I just realized what you said.
I thought about
That'd be
that. but
painful. That'd be a painful ride.
No, that's too demeaning.
It is worth mentioning that the service hatch it came out of was on the wall, but it opened and closed very quickly and looked like it'd be incredibly painful if you were caught.
Damn, I wanted to check it out.
Oleg,
Well, I
anything
guess
else
we
on the
can
computer?
just.
I don't think so. Nothing else seems.
Well, you see no way of overriding the current shut door, which is
Which
here.
door?
Mhm.
You
But
should
there's
be
a
able to see
keypad
this.
next to this. There's a keypad next to this.
There
door,
is
so-
a keypad next to it, but I'm assuming you would have entered the 9615 code, and it doesn't work. There is, however, a full medical room to the south.
Yeah, I guess we're
Yeah,
heading
let's head
south.
on in. Let's head on in.
Okay. You hear a constant beep, 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 beep in the corner. You will note that down, that sort of coming across here is a bright blue shaft of light that looks like a sort of full body scanner. Specifically, sort of between these two things seem to be doing a full body scanner. Over here is some sort of medical machine that you don't know what it does. And this big machine looks like an MRI scanner, but standing up.
Can
Damn.
I check out this medical cabinet to see if it's got any supplies?
Yeah, you open it up and you see almost all the shelves empty, but there are 2 syringes loaded up with a swirling silver liquid.
Whoa.
And they're syringes without needles. You need to put the needles in them. But the syringes themselves hold this sort of swirling silver liquid. And there is one box up the top left. Upon opening the box, you'll see that they look like cross hatches of thin wiring, like a metal gauze almost. A very wiry metal gauze.
I'll put these in my bag to give to Is that who we got the subject?
The
for?
medical woman, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should have brought her here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take those
Yep.
to her.
On
Can I
the
stand in the MRI machine and
you stand in there, but
scan
nothing
myself?
happens. Nothing
Oh,
happens.
man.
You would note that there is a small open, almost like laptop on the desk, which Oleg will
Oh.
quickly identify operates all of the machines around you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's scan Vulgo.
A tumor would really explain a lot.
You get rid of all the metal on you, and then you're looking at an MRI of Vulgo. You don't really understand anything about it.
I don't know
None of
how
you-
to.
Is someone? No, wait. Somebody
Read
is
this.
proficient in medicine. Is it
Brozzig,
Brozzig?
but not this kind. He doesn't know anything
Yeah,
about this kind
no,
of.
not this sort of stuff.
He's more
you
like
look
trauma,
at-
like
you
trauma
look at
first aid.
everything sort of looks like it's in the right place. That's about as
Can
good
we
as it
print
gets.
out a copy of it to take to Bex later?
No.
Yes.
You will notice
Ah.
that everything here appears on screens, and there's a take a copy button, but you guys pressing it does nothing. Because taking a copy would happen
Probably
up
goes to
here.
his implant. Yep.
Oh.
Boo. Oh wait, where's someone with an implant? Lex, come here.
You've chosen
Your
a-
friend
Oh,
Vulgo.
you've chosen a machine, but go on.
That's
Lex is a
Vulgo's friend,
machine.
so I think that she would want a copy of Vulgo's MRI
She
to
said,
see if he's okay.
I can hook into this machine. Would you like me to report the results?
Yeah. Can you tell me what you find?
Yes.
You are functioning
has-
fully. You are slightly nervous. Your bladder is a quarter full.
Gross.
The bladder thing.
Your blood sugar levels are normal. Your blood pressure is a little high. You should stop worrying so much.
Stop eating so many chips too.
I just mutter to myself, why didn't I think of that?
But
Yeah,
no
in
magical cancer or anything?
No.
You clean up?
Just natural medical equipment in here. Everything seems alright.
Thank
no other
goodness.
doors in this room, though.
No.
Oh no.
Is there anything for Brozzig to rip off the wall? That's what he is looking for.
There's a medical cabinet.
Oh yeah, there were those weird syringes.
Up here
Alright,
are some little silver boxes that you can open that have what
Ooh.
looks like defibs, but they actually plug into a person.
Whoa.
Or specifically a Lex-like person.
A bot.
So she can plug them into herself and...
Shock boxes to get her to like do a recharge.
Do you want to take this, Lex? Do you have
No.
this at the base? Okay.
I have something similar. It's a little
Okay.
primitive.
Cool. Does any of this ring any bells? Do you remember what this... I'll show her the swirling syringe. Do you remember what this is? By any chance?
No. I don't recognize anything here.
Well, you remembered that doctor existing, so there's gotta be something in there that'll trigger a memory.
Maybe we should go further in. As you
Yeah.
look back, Aisha is literally just putting random numbers into the keypad constantly.
Is it working?
How's that working for you, Aisha?
It's not. But you can see here, look, and she'll sort of show you more closely, and she's not just putting random numbers in. She's looking at the ones that are slightly more eroded. It seems to be some combination of 6, 2, 4, 9, and 3. I think it's probably only 4 digits, though.
Whoa.
That's 5 digits you gave us, though.
I know. They probably changed it at some point.
That doesn't help us very much.
That
does
could
it?
be
Well, we had 9 and
infinite
6 on the one upstairs, so I was doing different combinations that start at 9 and 6. But if you have a way of speeding it up, looks at Oleg.
I mean, I can try to do all the computations to figure out how many possibilities
Yeah,
there
do
are.
the
It's only-
math.
it's only
or you can
360.
screwdriver it.
It's only 360 combinations. It wouldn't take...
Yeah, I was gonna say I would rather sort of
Alright,
just like try
go
to
ahead.
try to get in there and pop the thing off again.
Lenny sort of takes one look at it and I'm not attaching myself. But you
No,
can
that's
go ahead
fine.
and give me a Tinker's Tools check.
That's fine, Lenny. Don't worry. It's a 15.
Okay. You open it up and you sort of are able to limit it down to only 4 digits now. 9643 are the 4 digits. But you can't work out any more than that.
It's only 24 combinations. So that should
Brute
take-
force, let's go.
Aisha will just enter them one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, as Oleg reads them out. And eventually 9364 lets her in.
Yes, that's exactly the one that I thought it was going to be. So
Yeah, me too.
You didn't want to read it out first?
Then why'd you try it last? That doesn't make any sense.
And I believe that door should be unlocked for you now.
Oh,
Yeah.
What? Okay, great.
Ooh.
You enter into a corridor where there is a slightly flickering light on the side. And you note a few things on the panels on the walls. Look like they're machines that are completely shut down. These are dysfunctional. But looking over them, Oleg, you will note that they are perhaps old versions of record keepings, different scanners, things that he doesn't look like he's doing much with. Brozzig, give me a perception check while I send.
18.
Nice.
You are able to see a back panel of a buzzing door.
I try to open it.
Okay.
I find another door here. It's locked, though.
Yeah, this
Nice.
door doesn't look like it's locked with a keypad or anything. Instead, it looks like it's meant to be automatic and it's malfunctioned.
Can I? Is it one of the Is it like a panel door? Like it slides? One of those sliding
Yes, but it looks like it slides up.
slides up.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have my scaffold. Can I kind of lever it in there and try to wedge it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use it as a.
Go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Hey Baxter, come over here and give me some help. You look pretty strong.
Yeah, Baxter.
Would Baxter help
He
me
said,
out?
"Look, Cybrid."
Lex maybe.
I don't think that's the right way to do it. Yeah, Lex
Actually.
just sort of puts 2 fingers under it and starts to pull up. It's quite easy. What's your athletics check?
20, dirty 20.
Yeah, you put it up, and it's a real struggle. And as you're about halfway up, Baxter just shoots, like with his laser rifle, just shoots the thing that's stopping it from going up. You just hear this blast, zoop,
Whoa.
and the whole thing just whoop, flies open.
Brozzig just falls into the room.
Okay.
Good teamwork.
Nice
job.
job.
Good job, guys.
I'm going to do this so that there's nobody at any disadvantage. As you all step in, you
no.
see a woman.
No.
Her body is a machine.
Whoa.
Her face sort of turns to you and sort of very awkwardly turns to the side. She's in a pod of a machine. And as she sees you, she sort of, "You have come. Will you please let me out? I've been here so very long."
Alex, a friend of yours?
I think she might be an earlier model, though I don't recognize her. An earlier model? I doubt it. I am the future. Please let me out.
Is she actually big, like her token is?
Yeah, I kind of imagine her as like the giant face from Power Rangers.
No, she is the same size as the rest of you, but just the way she is. I just wanted to make sure that she was linked out properly. So you guys
Okay.
could see her. No,
Cool.
This is more on, yes.
Yes, of course, we will let you out. And Brozzig starts walking over to it unless somebody stops him.
Hold
this-
on there,
is this safe?
Brozzig.
I mean, she just wants to. She's trapped here. Why should we not let her out?
When you step there, I'm going to ask you all please to roll initiative.
Oh no, Brozzig and your wandering
I wasn't gonna hit the
feet.
button yet. I wasn't gonna hit the button yet.
You don't need to.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Let's
There's
see.
a reason she's still here.
I was
Yeah,
just trying
what's
to
she
get on
up
her
to?
good side.
Yeah, trying to network.
Oh, poor Lex. She's so traumatized she rolled a nat 1.
Oh, we should roll for the NPCs also. I can't click.
I rolled the NPC.
It's
I
okay.
rolled an. Oh, there's Brozzig.
Wow, Aisha got a 22.
I'm looking for Baxter. That's all.
Oh,
That's
I'm
missing.
I gotta roll for Baxter.
Such a cool track, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm so into this. As you, Brozzig, step there, this metal wire that's lying on the floor sort of snaps out and wraps around you and pulls you inwards towards the terminal. You take 1 lightning damage.
Is she controlling those wires?
And you will see her hands are raised as if controlling them. And then she sort of, once you're seized and in it and wrapped up, you're currently grappled, your movement speed is 0, everything else is fine. The pod slowly opens up and Rebecca steps out. She wasn't trapped, she was just waiting for you.
Wow.
Didn't need our help at all. You got out on your own.
This is Rebecca. I didn't want to ping her earlier because she is listed as an enemy.
Brozzig is still confused. He doesn't quite know what's
He
happening.
doesn't know what's happening.
And
We gotta get Brozzig out of there. He's so lost.
Lex just sort of shouts out, "I think she's malfunctioning. We should attack quickly." And with no hesitation, Aisha, what's she doing?
She pulls out the strap and is gonna aim it at Rebecca. She's gotta protect her charges. That's us. And she'll use her steady aim. Why
Okay.
not?
What is action steady aim? And
Yep.
still.
Advantage. That's a 23.
Okay. As the bullet sort of comes towards her, you note this sort of thrumming force field around her. Slows the bullet down ever so slightly, giving damage.
Okay. Yep. 12.
Okay.
Nice job. And her second attack.
Mhm.
Oh, will be a nat 1. That will be
Yes.
Aisha's turn.
Okay, Vulgo.
Yes. Just really quickly, Dark Flame Binding is a roll to hit, but the description says they
It's
have
not
to
a roll
make
to
a
hit.
save.
It's a save.
Is it the save?
Yeah, I'll fix it up later. Remind me about that. Oh,
yeah.
hold on. Let me just
So
put it
then
on my sticky note.
I'll gesture with my hand towards Rebecca and try and remember how I cast this first with the djinn. And also again in the training room and try
I'm just
and
gonna
summon
correct
those.
you. It is genie in this instance. It is not a djinn. They are slightly different.
Okay,
things.
sorry.
Okay.
Apologies. Yeah, and try and summon that red and black flames to wreath around her. That is a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that Fakeza corrects him every time you.
Yeah. Mentally.
That happened in
18.
character. Ugh,
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Oleg. You see that Brozzig is wrapped in a wire.
Get him out of there.
Yeah, but it's clear that Rebecca is controlling the wires.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, she's got an arm literally raised, like as if she's.
I don't know that I can do anything to help Brozzig right now, but I am going to run over here. Here or so. And with my fancy new gadget glove, I will make a finger gun. Charge up a nice little spark and blast off the spark at Rebecca's face.
Damn.
Nat 20.
Let's go.
Wow.
Nat 20. Nice. Yeah, go ahead, give me the regular damage. We'll add a 10 to it, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, a 10. That's correct. Hey, and it's a 10.
Oh, 20 lightning damage shocks into. You will notice she does not appear to resist this, as it crackles all through her wires. She looks very unhappy about it. Anything else from you?
I will sort of whisper, "Uh-oh," myself,
That was so
and try
cool.
to move a little further back.
Okay.
So where do I go?
As your bonus action, Lenny is going to swing out
Whoa.
and take a force attack. Can I have a spell attack roll from you, please?
What?
Gained
Lenny?
the service of a vulgar homunculus, I believe they're called, or homunculus servant.
Oh,
my
however,
Homunculus servant.
Instead of a D4 of force, it is a D6 of lightning. Plus your
Ooh, badass.
So it is.
It was a 17 to hit with a 1.
Your spell attack modifier to hit, range 30 feet, one target you can see, 1d6 plus proficiency bonus lightning damage.
Oh, okay.
30 feet?
Yeah, but for now it'll do. He's doing an exciting hit. He'll swing out.
I'll stay where I was initially, because I think that was
he has a
actually
token,
30
doesn't he? Can I do him a token?
Does he?
I don't know if he has a token yet. Let me see.
For now, I will just use this one.
No.
Okay. It's not it's not him, but it's your tiny
It
invention.
kind of
token.
looks like him. He's kind of cute.
I will add that to
So
my list.
cute.
Any token. So that is if you did like one of those little minor inventions that does that little move around. But yeah, that'll come out, and it just it's your proficiency bonus is what, 2 right now?
Get out of here.
Yes, 2.
Okay, so that's 3 lightning damage.
Sweet.
Into Rebecca. And that will conclude your turn. We come to
Let's go with my friend.
Paisley.
Okay.
I got this.
Who was that?
Lenny.
Oh,
He
he's
said, no, my friend.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Off you go, Paisley. I love the idea that I was actually Paisley and we were going, who was that?
No, literally, she didn't see where Lenny came from. Okay, can we tell at all what this wire around Brozzig is going to do? It looks like it's going to hurt him.
It's grappling him, holding him in place.
Okay.
It looks like it might pull him a bit closer at some point. I don't think might like it, I don't know.
Do you want that, Brozzig?
Yeah, I need to. If I want to be able to smack her, I got to be up next to her anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna go hide behind Oleg then.
Okay.
And then I will aim with my pistol.
You're not
for the
actually
first time.
hiding, right? You don't have that as a bonus action, do you?
What's an action if you want to?
I do have it as a bonus action, but I'm seeing if I can hide behind people or not. I don't remember. I think that might just be a halfling.
I think you might need the Skulker feat.
Yeah. So I'm just standing behind him and shooting between his legs.
We'll give you some cover.
At Rebecca.
Okay, go ahead, roll the hit.
Get away from Brozzig.
We need a 10
I was
or
going
higher,
to let
right?
you out. I was trying to help.
It wasn't a 10 or higher. It was
On the
a
dice?
7. On the die was a 7.
Okay, you flip your gun up and it just locks up.
Oh, how embarrassing! I put it away. Okay. Okay. I have another plan. Hold on.
That does consume your action, though. Remember that.
That's fine. 5, 10, 15.
For those of you wondering, Mikayla's pistol, or Dell's pistol,
30.
if she rolls below a 10 on the dice, it just locks up and she needs to repair it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I am. I think
It's the
I'm
rust
going.
bucket pistol.
I think I'm just going to. Does this do anything? No. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to use my bonus action, go over here, and can I hide behind this shelf right here?
Yeah, 100%. Brozzig,
Great.
at the start
So
of your
I'm
turn, I need that on a
Okay.
check.
Okay. So, all right, let's
See what you can
happens here.
move in this turn.
13.
13,
That's
half
pretty
movement.
good. Oh, nice.
Okay. So, but I'm still connected to the wires. Can I try to? If I want,
Yeah,
what if I
you
want
can
to
get to
get
here.
out of them?
Well, you can just sort of, you can try and pull it off you. That will be an object interaction, but you might take some shock.
All right. Is she
You can definitely
connected
put it
to
off
this?
No,
Is she connected to this monitor here at all? This is just a red herring. There's not. This isn't.
the monitor is connected to the pod that she came out of, but
she's
she
out of the
raised the
pod
pod. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. I was gonna try to smash the computer, but
Okay.
that's fine. I am gonna use an object action to
Okay.
get rid. To get
You
rid
take
of
one
those.
lightning damage, and pull the wire out, like sort of off of you where it's connected to you. It sort of shocks you, but you yank it off, and now you can move freely.
Ugh, God, get this out of here. I was just trying to help you. You're good. What are you doing? Oh my God.
You've
that's
already
fine.
helped.
Great.
She
Go to
motions
sleep.
towards the open door
Great. Go to sleep, and I'm gonna punch her in the face
with a.
with my brass
Nice.
knuckles.
Oh,
Nice.
you're not going to stop her. You're going to punch her. I love it.
Hell yeah.
You brass
21.
knuckles to the face. Thumps on in. You do feel your hands slow slightly, as if watching a really cool slow motion action shot of your punch. It's her face that smudges out to the side. But the force field does slow your fist down slightly. I shall be resistant to the damage, but go ahead and give me the damage.
It's 6 damage.
Nice. That's a decent hit.
Very respectful.
All right.
Exactly
And then with
what
my
you're
bonus
telling,
action,
Oh.
bonus action, I will throw some sand in her face.
Okay.
As this is going to work one of these times.
She looks at you
Yes.
unblinking and does not even make a save. She is
Wow.
pure machine right now.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's
Oh,
like
That's
a
the
wow.
end. That's the end of my. That's the end
Okay,
of my turn.
Newton. Rico, you pulled the short straw with Newton. I
Oh,
believe he has
shit,
exactly
yeah.
one action.
He's all right.
It's a
He does,
firebolt
he
with a
does.
+2
It's
to
a
hit.
firebolt. It sure is. It's a +4. It's a +4 to hit, actually.
Oh, okay. Sorry. How'd he do?
It does not. It does not hit.
Right as we saw in the training aisle, he sort of fires. He's a little nervous about hitting Vulgo or Lex or Brozzig or Rebecca for that matter, and it just straight into the ceiling. And he will just awkwardly. I think he's just going to go over there, right? Just back
Yeah.
up. He's pretty useless.
Most likely.
He didn't even want to come here. He wanted to go to a wizard's tower. What he's doing in the abandoned lab, he doesn't really know. He's absolutely shitting himself. He doesn't have any bonus actions, does he?
Nothing. He has absolutely nothing.
Baxter.
Baxter is going to move up. He feels like he probably feels like Eliana's going to be mad if Brozzig gets completely murdered by this thing.
Probably.
So he will move up, and then he's going to take 2 shots. I can't move him, so you'll have to.
Oh,
do
you-
it, but
Oh, hold on. You should be able to move this oath.
no, I don't have access to the token.
Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Okay, let's just do that real quickly. I'm assuming that's the same for all of you.
True.
Okay,
Yes.
Aisha, player journals can be controlled by Dell. Save. Go.
Oh, nice.
Baxter, these are going to appear in an NPC tokens area down the bottom right of your journal. Baxter available. Lex now available, and Newton now available. Yeah, you guys should all be able to move your tokens now. Great. Okay, so Baxter moves over to the side. Yep, he's a little
Shoots
protected,
twice.
but Duergar
Crits
can't
once.
shoot in melee range. What?
Yo.
Okay. Let's have the first shot, please. What was the first shot there?
13 is the first shot.
13 will miss. This is a sort of laser rifle. He charges it, and she deflects the first one to the side with her hand, leaving her open to the second shot. Arms open wide as she receives it straight in the chest. Go ahead and give me the regular damage.
19.
19 plus what?
Wow.
38 is it? So plus 24.
Whoa!
So that's then 43 radiant damage.
Holy moly!
My God.
Okay, Rebecca is wounded.
Then he's going to take the dodge bonus action.
Okay.
And
Yep, so as a bonus action, he sort of sits... Oh, he shouldn't be able to take... Does it say dodge? It must be dash and disengage, sorry. Fucking dodge. That would be sick!
I don't know. I didn't make the rules.
There's a bonus action. It's just
He's running around in a circle, kind of. He's dashing.
Yeah, he's got dash and disengage. Sorry, I'll fix that up next.
That's fine.
I'll put that in my notes of the many things I have to do. Dash, not dodge on Max. So knowing my luck, I'll look at
Oh, that
this
was
in
a
like
sick
6
bonus
days.
action. I was excited.
It is pretty cool. Dash and disengage, but it ain't that good. Right, Rebecca is going to take the throw action, and the person she is throwing is you. Brozzig, she is going to literally pick you up in one hand and launch you at Lex. That is a 21 to hit Lex.
Yes.
12 bludgeoning damage to Lex.
Can I use my reaction?
Of course you can. What is it?
I want to headbutt her when she picks me up.
Oh yeah, 100%. As you pick her up, you just straight in the face. Go ahead, give me that. It's a save, right?
It is a con. She takes 3 damage from my headbutt, and it's a save. So nothing happens.
Yeah, cool. But you headbutt her, and she sort of, really? And it just launches you at Lex. You will take 2d6.
Uh-oh.
Have I just
Brozzig's
knocked you
down.
out again?
Again.
Not
No,
again!
Thanks, James.
No, this is targeted.
Okay, you need to blame Josh, because the only other person you would get in melee range is Lex, and she rolled a nat 1 on initiative. Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Death by
He's
torture.
over here now,
To be fair,
right?
I don't.
Where am
I
I?
don't.
Over there? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she's surviving till your next turn anyway. Lex.
Yes, I think she's probably feeling very guilty for what just happened.
She should have caught him. What's wrong with her?
So,
Yeah,
she doesn't have any
Lex.
reactions.
If she hadn't have got a nat 1, I would have given you a reaction to try and catch him.
Yeah, she'll run up and she'll just start punching on this copy of a copy.
Wow, it's
Okay.
like the android fight.
She's got a multi-attack. So
Yeah.
the first
Oh no,
one
Brozzig.
is 17 to hit.
17 hits. And as that fist sort of again slows down.
That's 9 bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
And then second one is 18 to hit.
18 hits.
And that is 12 bludgeoning
Nice.
damage.
Yeah, she's taking a bit of a beating there. Bonus action?
Mm.
Oh, she can't. 'Cause she's stood right there.
She can't because she's not in a one. So she'll just stay there.
Okay. Aisha.
Aisha, yeah.
She has a
Don't
reload
worry,
score of
Brozzig.
6, by the way, but it's fine. You're not going to fire 6 bullets in this fight.
Okay, cool. She's going to just offer cover fire and yell at Del to use that that healer's kit. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's a 25 to hit.
Hits.
And for 7 damage.
Yeah.
And I'll just steady aim and hit with advantage. Thank God for advantage. 24 to hit.
That hits.
And 10 more damage. Doing amazing.
Okay, she is severely wounded.
Alright, Vulgo, now is your chance.
Indeed, Vulgo, now is your chance.
Yes,
a man, the
I
Vulgo.
will-
This
I
has all
will-
been leading up to this.
Yes, after failing my failing to try and get that magic for the Dark Flame binding, I will try and Eldritch Blast this hoe in the face. Does a 15 to hit?
That hits.
Yeah.
As this sort of flies through, you see it like try and
Nice.
slow down, but this is force damage, right?
This is 9 force, 2 fire.
Okay, the fire damage she sort of resists, but the force damage punches straight through. That is a full 11. No, full 10, right? Yeah. Nice. That is the first thing that's hit. Second thing that's hit in full after Spark.
Nice.
She's severely wounded. Any bonus action out of you, Vulgo?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, Oleg.
Oleg gonna take a desperation spark. I think. I don't think I can. I can't mend Brozzig, unfortunately. He's not a fucking
Yeah.
robot.
It's not with that attitude.
But we also don't heal in combat, right? He's out the combat regardless.
True. That's a 9.
9 ain't gonna do it. That'll miss.
That's all I got.
Do you want to take your attack roll with Lenny?
And yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's a homunculus servant in your extras, but just with a d6 of lightning. I will make that at some point.
I'm just gonna roll my spell thing for now.
Yeah, it's just a dark attack.
It's a 15.
That hits.
Comes the D6.
So it's a d6 plus your proficiency bonus.
Hey, that's a 7.
Oh, she's hurt, but not down. Does that conclude your turn, Oleg?
That does conclude my turn.
Paisley. She looks severely wounded. What are you gonna do? You ain't got a gun anymore.
I have a hand crossbow and I have a slingshot, so I'm thinking it would be funnier to kill her with the slingshot.
That's also more
I don't-
you, right? You're very
Yeah.
trained with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I toss
Did you
aside
get it?
this useless gun. I say, "All right, for Brozzig," and I did hide.
Once again, saving Brozzig's ass.
Please roll with advantage.
I'm rolling with advantage. What is my plus? That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Go
Let's
ahead, give us some
go,
damage.
Delgado. Maximum 5.
Please describe her grisly demise.
Yay!
Yes.
Well, I just pick up like a screw, like a really thick screw or bolt that's loose on the ground to use as ammo. I line up the shot, and it goes right into like her core, you know, her glowing weak point that she has, of course. And then I'll just immediately rush over to Brozzig with that healer's kit I was given and help him out.
And as your blast hits, you hear malfunctioning.
I'll say.
I'm dying. Again.
Same.
And on that beautiful note, is where we're going to end. Healer's kit, I think, is it a 1d6 plus proficiency bonus, I think? with healing?
It's D8 plus 1.
Yeah,
8 hit
one.
points.
That's almost
for
my.
Brozzig.
That's almost all my health
Great.
back. I'll
So you
second
can
win
take
my
the 8
bonus
hit points.
too, and I'll
I
take
have
it.
given you your exhaustion card.
I see that. Thank you.
But
Ooh,
you may also have
nice.
100 experience points.
Whoa. That's so close to level 2. I am
They're not two level 2, not quite.
just a little shy, I think,
Great.
right?
15 off.
Love that. Well, maybe when you find Nexus answers, you may receive the rest. But for now, that is where we're going to end. We'll come to the timeless tradition of MVPs. I will start with Mikayla.
Yeah. Well, first I had Vulgo being bullied by the librarian. That was very
was fun.
in character for him to get bullied by another super nerd. And you know, just now for Brozzig charging in and defending us again, I respect that so much.
Soon he'll have the HP pool to back him up.
Give me that tough feet. Give me
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
he's
well,
earned it.
There was some discussion,
we'll
and I was
talk
like,
about that in a
tough
second.
beat.
Rico.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mikayla took 2. This is tough now.
I know.
Oh,
this is tough now.
sorry.
There was such good ones. I did like the little sort of conversation that we had, the lunch or dinner time conversation that we had regarding Vicus. I think it was needed. I think that we hadn't really addressed what had been happening to us because we sort of just got swept up into this whirlwind that is the collusion. So it was nice to sort of like take a step back and be like, holy shit, like how did we get here again, and what is our aim? So that was interesting convo.
100%. And Pat.
I don't know. I am enjoying Brozzig just being the punching bag of the group, just running in and getting his ass kicked every time. Like, I'm not getting to do any combat, but it's hilarious to me that he's just running in and getting
Just
destroyed.
like running in.
He's just getting destroyed every time, and I'm here for it.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think it's been really interesting to see it. So pan out, if you like. Before I give my MVPs, I am going to give out 2 of our 4 feats.
You skipped your husband.
I know,
I was gonna say.
I know. I will get that.
Oh, okay. He likes.
Oh, you do now?
Yes, because I want to come to Pat after Pat's MVP. Because it was mentioned, and I am going to give out the top feat to Pat. To Brozzig. You may have it right there. And squat nimbleness to Paisley.
Oh.
Nice.
Yay!
Rico, you know about your feat. And Vulgo, you might have to wait till a specific moment. But Josh, your MVP.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You can and you will. Quite a long time.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of the same as Rico. I really liked the conversation that we all had. At dinner, I really like that everyone just kind of like... I mean, not that Brozzig was like a picking on Vulgo in that moment, like, but I like that kind of... I just like the way everyone kind of treats him like he's just this sorry sap that's just kind of like dragged along for this.
I mean, the best part was we came back around to the fact that we all just did the same thing you were doing by joining a gang that's powerful to protect ourselves, and it's like, okay, what are we arguing about now?
Yeah, I really liked that whole conversation. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the little D-life moment. I like the little light-hearted moments that you guys are having. And that you're engaging with my stupid drinks and stuff. I really liked Rico's line, I think of you as my distant cousin's son. But I really enjoyed the fact that you looked up Simon in the library books.
Yeah, that was a good
I thought that was a really interesting take. And I was really pleased, specifically because there's nothing on him, which should be weird in itself, and that's quite pleasing.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed that. I also just like how willing Pat is to get his dwarf thrown across the room.
His job.
So yes, it is his job, and maybe he'll be a little bit better at it in future. But
sorry, just quick. Also, shout out to Newton reading Swiglight.
Yes, of course.
Good trilogy.
Of course. But yeah, that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
We shall see you soon.
Oh, I can't believe we didn't.